All right, my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Nigeria Watch is back again here. Yes, we have our debate today. As you all know, today is Christmas Eve. I already have some of my brothers in the backstage. We're going to bring them in. We're not going to take much time on this. We just need to move on straight away. If you're joining us, you got to join us right now. I'm surprised that Engineer Ken is the first person to join us today, followed by Lefties. Etoya, we need to do this. Let me bring them in right now so we can start our deliberation. Lefties Etoya, I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas. Unmute yourself. Engineer Ken, good evening to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Good evening, my brothers. How are you guys doing?
We are good. We are good. Engineer Ken, you surprised us. So this one, you are the first today. What's happening now?
Well, I'm enjoying myself, you know.
This is good. This is good. Good to have you. All right. Lefties Etoya, we can't hear you. You have to mute yourself.
It's a pleasure.
All right. Lefties Etoya is not with us at the moment. You are with us. You are not with us. You need to unmute yourself. Okay. We have Israel Asemota in the building today joining us. Israel, my brother, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me on today's debate. And Merry Christmas to all the Nigeria Watch family worldwide, and also a prosperous New Year in advance.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we are here. We are here. Like I said, I'm happy to have you all here. Merry Christmas to every one of you on the comment section. I can see we have Mary Kimade right there on me as prize with us as well. I can see Osakbovo Kwanga. Good evening to every one of you. Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas. Christmas Eve, 24th December 2021. I can see the Irons Ward in the building with us as well. Johnson, Emmanuel, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to every one of you. Please help us to share, hit the like button, and let's do this together. And the all in the building as well. Vivian the Rose in the building. Good evening to you all. Thanks for joining us. Let's do this, my people. We have Lefties Etoya back again. Let's see if we can talk to him. Lefties Etoya, good evening to you once again. Can you hear us? Unmute yourself. Okay. Leftist Itoya, your system is not accepting you this evening. You have to unmute yourself. We can't do that for you. You unmuted yourself by yourself. You have to unmute yourself by yourself. You muted yourself by yourself. I mean, so yes, guys, please help us to invite everyone to the debate. Where's Akeem? You need Akeem in the building.
We might be seeing him soon, maybe.
Okay. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. We need to move on. To be honest, I don't want us to be here so long. It's Christmas Eve. I'm not going to be here for so long, my people. Please, 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 let's just go straight to the point. So, Israel, how are you doing? How is the Christmas? How are you planning it?
Well, it's very good. Thank you again. Christmas is whereby you have your family together, and it's the most precious time where you and your family have a precious time together to discuss and also see what the next year is going to bring for everyone. And I wish the same to all Nigeria Watch family who are also here present for this beautiful debate. Please don't hesitate to invite and share, because today's broadcast is going to be nice as we all are sitting down with our family members so that they can also be a part of this debate as well. This is all about Edo and our country, Nigeria as a whole. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you very much, my people, for doing this. Yes, Lefty Sitoya just wrote to us that he's on the dinner, so his participation tonight is going to be limited. Although he's going to be there, but he's going to contribute less because the noise on his background is a lot. He's on the dinner, Christmas Eve. A lot of people don't start and the celebration don't already start. Why Israel Day, as we talk, now Israel Day Pluto.
It's actually glittering in Pluto right now because when we don't have Omicron, everything is free here. It's another planet. It's just that it rotates the way just as the Earth as well, the same orbit. So that's why you can see me and you can hear me loud and clear. We're not walking on the Mars. We are just walking as if we are living on Earth. But Pluto is fine, and we are sending our messages and also our Xmas messages to all of you.
Yeah. Thank you anyway, once again. Thank you very much, my people. I can see Rita Adams in the building, Patricia Inofe in the building. Good evening to every one of you. Yes, Rita Adams said, yes, she's cooking. The women are cooking. They're in the kitchen. So because of that, there are going to be, I know there are going to be some kind of traffic today, but yes, we will understand. We will understand. But we just want to go straight to the point on this. Let's start with Governor Obaseki. Then before we move on, we need to start with Governor Obaseki. We have Brother Nice with us as well. Brother Nice, good evening to you. Merry Christmas to you as well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Merry Christmas to everyone right there.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, for joining us. I appreciate you so very much. Right.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Engineer Ken, can you hear us? Okay, Engineer Ken, we need to wait for him. I hope his network is not going to cause some issues today as well. But Lefty Zetoya is eating turkey. So because of that, go fit contribute much. You say the noise wey dey background, be like the noise wey dey inside club. So if you turn on his audio right now, there will be so much distraction right here. But let's see how it goes. Yes, my people, let's start with Governor Obaseki. Like I said before, I don't want us to stay here for so long. Governor Obaseki, I've empowered the security agencies. I've empowered the security agencies in Edo State. So
Brooklyn, right?
who's,
Go ahead.
who's
You're there. You're trying, bro?
oh, I have to mute Engineer Ken there. He's doing his business. Okay, 1 minute, my people. Let's do this together. Just give me 1 minute. Let me. Okay, I think okay. Right, like I said before, that is Governor Obaseki. You know, he actually posted it on his page, you know, a couple of days ago, where he stated, we have formally handed over the first batch of vehicles and bikes to security agencies to sustain our security network in those states. These are made up of 50 vehicles, including patrol and hill horses, vans, and 60 motorbikes. They will be distributed to the security agencies, including the Vigilante Network, police, the Federal Road Safety Corps, amongst others, to further strengthen the capacity of security operation to tackle crimes and criminality in the state. Wow. That one was written by the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Enogherase Obaseki. Yes, we have so many of our brothers that is absent today, though. You know, but we still need to move on. Israel, what was your take on this? Some of our brothers are missing.
Yeah. Good evening once again. I thank you all for this great debate. From the information that we get in right from your screen right now, how the governor is trying to strategize on the security in Edo State. That's a very good one. It shows that the governor has been listening to us.
Yep.
Because some months ago, we were talking about how to actually strategize ways of tackling this, security problem. And we talked about, equipment on ground, how train is these, security personnel, and also bringing, technologies like maybe drones or cameras along strategic positions in Edo State, and also the neighboring states to also, share, informations. And that is what the governor is doing. Well, we commend him for that. But my issue is this. This equipment that was presented to the same people who has been on ground, how efficient are they going to use these resources? This is another problem. Are they being trained? Because presenting this thing is it can be like, okay, it's a show. How are they prepared for the job, for the task ahead? Because it's a serious task, if you ask me. Because you're talking about technologies now. The CCTVs that are being positioned in strategic places.
Yeah.
Where is the room? Who is going to be in the charge of the operation? How many personnel do we have on ground? Are they well trained? The equipment you're giving to them, how are they going to use it? Who is going to be the head? What are the strategies? These are some of the things that we have to look. And majority of these people that will be giving this thing, are they going to tell us that they don't have fuel? Is the government going to make availability for this, the transport system that you give to these people? How effective are they going to be? How are you going to provide these things so that they are able to carry out their job? First, especially the petrol. So do you understand what I'm saying? It's not about bringing all these things. Do we really have these things to actually put to them, give it to them urgently, all the time, so that they'll be able to carry out the task? I am not saying what the governor is doing is not right. We have to look at the personnel on ground. Yeah. How effective are they? How do they go? Do they go for regular trainings?
That's what I wanted to say. The training aspect of it.
They actually go to regular trainings. So if we're presenting something, they need to have. This is why we always hit on the mechanism on ground. We are just debating this thing, We don't actually know what their strategy are. We are always saying our own. We have to, because we are the concerned citizens of Edo State. We are concerned. If you are giving this equipment, you are not the security network we have in Edo State now. We all know that it's not working. So I think that is why you see the shift, where the governor have to shift now to the security personnel themselves. But the question is, how often are these people being trained? Because they are going to have a task that they have not yet, trained for. So how prepared are they? So there was something like a video or something like I can see they are police. We have the Civil Defense Corps. We have the military. So all these security personnel, they are all there. But how prepared are they? And the logistics at hand, how are we going to carry them? These are some of the questions we need to put forward to the governor, and so that we know whenever we are calling these security personnel, we know that they have all the equipment to carry out this task. It's not tomorrow, we see it in a week. Before the next year, 2022, we are already exhausted. So we need to know how effective these things are going to continue, and a day-to-day review of all these things that are being given to these people to carry out this great job. So that is my own.
Thank you, my brother Israel, right there. Like I said before, we're just going to do this so quick because everyone are already engaged because of the Christmas. As we all know that tomorrow is Christmas, so I'm not here to engage everybody that much. So at least 1 hour will be good for our debate today. At least we coming on air at all today, makes us a very, very dedicated team. So we appreciate you all that also joining us. So let's listen to what Governor Obaseki have to say on this donation right here. Thank you very much, my people. Let's take it from here.
We're finally handing over the first batch of vehicles to sustain our security network in Edo State.
That was the handing over of the patrol vehicles and motorcycles to assist the different security agencies in the state to combat crimes and provide security in the state. Briefing journalists, Governor Godwin Obaseki said members of the Security Council meeting extensively reviewed the crime statistics and incidents for the month and November and areas that need improvement. According to the state governor, the Command Control Center housed members of the federal security agencies who include the police, DSS, fire service and the state security network so that they could respond promptly to emergency calls. He also emphasized that closed circuit cameras have been installed in the center to get area views of what is happening live in the state for quick response.
And we
Network so that they could respond promptly to emergency calls. He also emphasized that closed circuit cameras have been installed in the center to get area views of what is happening live in the state for quick response.
All right, before Governor Obaseki will respond to that, I just want to let respond to the comment on the comment section. I can see all the food is almost done. Vivian Rose, I know say the food when I do the cook am not be small. Rita Adams, the Irons Ward, don't worry. Immediately me finish this one now. I want to go there and arrange my luggage. Make I enter flight we go carry me past all of my countries. Not just worry. I just want to respond to you all on that. Yes, my brother Nice, are you there with us? Brother Nice?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, you'll be the next that will be commenting after this video, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, my brother. Let's listen.
All right.
And we will be publicizing the numbers, this Command and Control Center, and also the emergency numbers for Edo State, so that incidents, related to crime or, whatever, whether it's fire or emergency incidents, are called into this number and they're automatically recorded and followed on with, so that we get live information on what is going on security-wise. We now have a command and control center, which houses the police, the DSS, the fire service, the ambulance service, so that any emergencies that are called in, there will be automatic responses. We also have, camera views, because we have installed cameras across strategic locations.
The Commissioner of Police Edo State Command, Aliyu Ogbadu, talked about the equipment and facilities at the Command Control Center and personnel who will man them.
We will provide the personnel. We provide people that need to assess and give intelligent interpretation of what is happening live, and those that will respond on the ground. The base is going to be here, and they operate from here. It's not that they're going to operate from the various divisions or agencies.
Patience.
All right. Thank you very much, my people right there. We need to move on because, like I said, today, now only 1 hour, one spent for this debate. Only 1 hour. Right.
1 hour, 30 minutes, sir. 1 hour, 30 minutes.
All right.
That 1 hour, too small.
Yeah. Talk to us now. How you see this matter with the table, my brother?
It's a welcome development. You understand?
Yes.
It's a welcome development. We are happy that he's making effort for security issue. But the problem that I have, it's just like what is my brother just said, brother Israel. Yeah. What about adequate training? We need that's the reason why the last time when we come out for debate, I still say the same thing. I said these people, this our governor, our leaders, they start from the grassroots. All those people now, where they go give all these cars, all these weapons, everything now. What about the training? Do they have the right training? That is the question. I don't want to hear accidental discharge. Where they go, they shoot innocent people with what they give them now. You go here tomorrow now, say accidental discharge, say that so they shoot innocent person. I don't want to hear that.
Talk to them. So
now make this video, make Obaseki they listen to this video. Not be to go give people this, give all those court boys AK-47. This is when you there Europe, you don't see security. Police they carry AK-47, they walk out for streets. May they collect all those AK-47 from their hand. May they give them adequate training. May they give them pistol and taser. You know that taser where they shock them. Now that one, nice security police support they carry the waka, our security force. Not be AK-47 like say that they go war. Police, ordinary task force go they carry AK-47, they waka for street. Later you go here say accidental discharge, they don't still kill innocent. All those trigger happy people, and they go harm them with all those kind of weapons without no training. Tomorrow now they will go kill innocent person because those one not give them 15 naira. So all those kind of things, they start from the right place. They always start from the wrong place. And the problem where they get with our leader be that. Since when this Western world, you can never hear say accidental discharge, say security person kill an innocent person.
You never ever.
But here for now, okay. But for Africa now, you go here now, you not go tell now. Even this car where they give them now, you go here, they use that load the innocent people they carry go station. So now the problem there. Now the problem there. Not be to harm them with all those things be the problem. What about the training? Ordinary Kenya that day now, go see their security force. What did they do? They go bring experts from Israel. We train their police. They know how to, with human rights, to respect human rights. They know how to tackle crime without violation of human rights. Now that would be the most important thing. Not be to go give all those trigger happy personnel. They go carry weapon, they carry AK-47, they walk out for street. You don't give them 15 naira, you hear saying accidental discharge. They don't kill another innocent person. I don't want to hear Ramu. So now waiting I want fair talk with this.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Let's move to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Good day, good afternoon, Nigeria Watch family. How well done?
Yes,
yeah, I must give kudos. I must give kudos to Obaseki for that vehicle that he produced or he provided for the security personnel in Edo State. It did very well. This that will enhance their movement on time, because I know for a fact that police officers in Edo State, if they are going for roadblocks, they have to use their own personal money to charter a bus that will take the public bus that will take them to the roadblock, and they will pay that driver for that day, and they will hustle on that roadblock to pay the driver and to also balance to their DPO that sent them to that very, very location. Another thing is this: providing is one. Two, the follow up from there. That is the thing. All these police officers, the commissioners, the commandants in the army, commandants of DSS, commandants of Civil Defense Corps, even commandants of the Road Safety Corps, all of them will change these buses or this vehicle to their personal cars. That is the problem. Yes. They will not use it for what the governor provided for them to do. They will change it to their personal cars. So that is the problem that we are facing. So if they can stop doing that, there will be no problem.
That one is still part of the training that Israel was talking about. Because I've not actually seen where Edo State government giving them a proper training. Buying cars for them, yes, is what I want, because I've previously advocated for this. But my question, I'm supporting Israel, is do these people really have proper training? Are they not going to be like our big brother just said now, Engineer Ken? Are you sure these guys are not going to use this car for their personal interest? Because I've seen in so many cases where you see security agencies blowing a siren, when they are rushing to go and see their wife, when they are rushing to go and see their girlfriend, they're blowing siren. Siren normally supposed to be for emergency use, if I'm not mistaken. So, Engineer Ken, you are right on that. Thank you very much. We have Leftist Simon Osa in the building. Leftist, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay, wonderful.
Good evening, all.
Leftist doctor. Good evening to you. Thank you.
I actually, buying a vehicle for security agencies is good to carry out their job effectively. But one, how good is this vehicle? Are they friendly to our own environment? That is one. Secondly, liquidation period up to now, Edo State government has bought several vehicles for the security agencies. Where are those vehicles? As Edo State government also sat down within themselves and take profiling of those vehicles, records of those vehicles from 1999, 2000 to date. I remember at a time, Pado D was distributed around Edo State for all the DPOs by liquidation, and patrol vehicles were added to all the various divisions. Why is it that the police does not have maintenance cultures? Edo State as a body is our money, because we should know this one particularly that I'm going to say now, that the police body belongs to the exclusive list. On the exclusive list, and anything that has to do with the state belongs to the concurrent list. Hence, the governor of the state is now using our collective wealth to fund their patrol vehicle. Why are they also not taking records? How are they spending the vehicle? How are the vehicle maintained? What has happened to the previous vehicle? Why are they not bothered? Because of the gains they are also making. All those things are just, I don't know how to put it. But if really, as people, and we are genuine in our cause to ensure that security issues is solved, it's not difficult. Because it's like we are solving issues from the surface. And I keep on saying this program, when you keep on solving matters from the surface, we're going to have problems. The youth out there that has been trained, that has emotions, and many of lives have been taken out of them. What are the government doing about it? The drug cartel in Benin City, all over those states, especially in Benin Metropolis, what has the state government done about them? So we should learn how to. It's not just buying vehicle. Yes, I appreciate them for buying vehicle. Even at this vehicle is nothing compared to the now 50 million naira the take-home pay for security vote monthly. If people are stupid, some of us are not stupid, and we know where the problem is. The problem is just like a draining pipe. It will never be solved. Because if they solve it, they will not be making money for themselves. We must go around the cause of issues first around us. Why do we get here? In Benin, sir, we have two major problems in those states. Unemployment, we gave birth to agberoism and cultism. And the issue of drug cartel becoming so powerful in Benin. We have in Akwakwava, in Oregone, in Iyogbe, in Sakombaro, in real busy metropolitan area in Benin with impunity. Our young boys within 14, 12, 18, 16 are in trouble in this town. And we have people, they are not addressing it. What are the causes of crime? Are they not the basis of crime? And police go there, they go and collect money. NDLA go there, they go and collect money. If you write petition against them, they will tell them that these are the people who are responsible for the petition. I think the government should rise up to this responsibility, providing jobs, especially in the agricultural setup, not by giving our land to our ancestral lands to foreigners to invest. You to invest on the people so that the issue of criminality will die gradually. And those drug cartels, they chase out of other states. And now resident in Benin permanently. They should be chased out of Edo so that we can make progress. And they should take profiling on those vehicles that have been bought for the police. Not like the governor bought the other time. We'll tell ourselves the truth. The other vehicle the governor bought the other time has no replacement here. It has no pass. The police and the army were using it. We are complaining because those uniform people are also happy slaves. They don't have the ability to cry hard. We have more freedom than them. That is the truth of the matter. So if the governors who are procuring this thing, because of personal gain, why are they not asking what has happened to this vehicle? Why is it that police are people you buy vehicle like baby? You buy vehicle for them like toys you buy for baby to play, like for baby to play. So those are some of the issues we must look beyond ourselves. We must rise up. We are a light. We must ask those questions, and they will provide those questions to us. Let me take that. Let me stop for that at that moment for now. As we progresses, we can make progress. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And that was no 1 hour cannot be enough for this thing. This is a very broad topic, and then I can see the momentum is getting higher.
It's true.
Okay. You see, leftists have analyzed the areas that you and I were not seeing. Yes, I'm very happy that my memory was brought back to the time of Oyegun, Lucky Benedio, and many others. Yes, maintenance culture is the biggest problem we have, not just in Edo State, in Nigeria, at large. They don't care. Whatever Governor Obaseki have bought today now, when he leaves office, the next governor that will take over will Okay, Israel, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead. Talk to us on this.
Well, like my brother just said, leftist. I'm outside Benoit. Thank you for that. We have a lot of things that are hindering this kind of progress. Maintenance culture, inadequate personnel. When we talk about inadequate personnel, let's go to the personnel themselves before we go to the other aspect. How many security agencies do we have? Do we know that the police themselves has their own function? Do we know that inside the police, we have what is called the military police, which is known as MOPO? Military police, their main aim is to fight what is happening within the country in terms of riots and other security challenges. Now, give me, where is the MOPO today? Looking at this background or the picture you are showing us right now, you cannot find the MOPO there. What is their job? Do you understand? What is their job? We are always crying, and we are talking about maintenance culture. And if you look at the cars that are here now, I don't think they are even new. And these are not the cars that can fit in our roads. With our road, with the roads we have, we need a 4x4 that can be able to withstand any, challenges.
That's what leftists just said, because these cars, I don't know, but they're Toyotas. I don't know.
And when you give it to them, do they actually know what they are doing? And you talk, I heard the governor saying they have planned, they have cameras in strategic position. Of course, because it's issue of security, we cannot go on those, aspect because it's security-wise. But when we say strategic, which way? Because when you are saying strategic, you are going to think about one, where are you placing it? In and out of the city. These are strategic positions. How do you give counter, information to other neighboring cities? These people or these hoodlums might come in through. And also,
I want you to continue on this and give others time to talk. Give me a minute to prepare the phone because I want the public to contribute as we go on, okay?
Right. Another thing I have also looked at is when you are strategizing such thing, you need the local people to give you information on ground. How efficient is the local informer to give you information? All these are things that they need to work on. And the security themselves, you're talking about I can see the commissioner of police saying we are going to provide a special place, a special squad for this. What kind of special squad? I think the police had special squad before that fights all these things that they send. Not just police we see on the street. They have what is called special force. We don't really know who. I don't understand. These are the lapses. And the people you are going to put on the control room, how efficient are they? We need to know. And if these people are being brought, how are they going to prosecute them? What are the necessary? All these things are things that we need to know. So for me, there's a lot to do in terms of security. Security is something that you don't just finish one day. It's a broad something. So all that we need to make sure that the government is doing is to give us a proper way or channel in which these things are going to go smoothly or effective. So I'll give one of my panelists to contribute on this topic, my people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. It's a brother Nice that is talking. So for me, the question I would like to ask one question. In Edo State, do we have electricity, stable electricity for 1 month? Do we have it?
No,
in Edo State?
No, I stayed here. No
monitorable area.
Okay. Those are the grassroots that I'm talking about. If you want to fight insecurity, you want to start all those things. Those are the places you need to start from. Fighting, creating security in your state is not by harming security force. There are other means to secure your state.
Brother Nice, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Please hold on. You are going to continue, but I have something to add to what you are saying. I want to also ask a question, like the same way Brother Nice just asked a question. It's been long I wanted to ask this question. I believe maybe some of you might be able to answer it. People have been saying that light issue in Nigeria is federal. Good. My question is it possible for a state to have a permanent light on their own and leave federal to do their thing? That question, is it possible?
No.
It's possible.
No.
Yes, it's possible.
It's possible.
But I can throw more light on that.
If you have a responsible governor in your state, if you have a responsible governor in your state, it's possible.
Okay, brother, nice. When you finish, I want us to go to leftist Amawosa. Maybe you have more to say on this. Then we go to Israel. Go ahead, brother, nice.
Okay. If it's very possible if you have a responsible governor in your state, things that may not work in other states. If your governor is determined, he can do it in his state. For the rest of them to emulate, it's very possible. It's just that the leaders we have, they are not responsible. That's just the problem. All of them, they are the same. What baffles me? Since 1960 that we have independence, out of all the whole leaders that have ruled us in that country, both the president and the governors, no one can boast of giving Nigeria a stable light for 1 month. Till this date, we don't have stable light. No. Nigeria will let the other people talk.
All right, before we go to lefties, I support you partially, my brother, brother Nice, because for me, I live in Lagos, right? I sometimes I have straight 4 days lights, you know, and you know what that means to have 4 days light. But I don't think anybody can celebrate 4 days light in
Edo State.
In those things. So that's another thing. Before we go to lefties, we have someone calling in right now. Let's talk to this person. Henry, Mr. Henry, talk to us. I can see right there. Merry Christmas to you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Please turn down your system. Go ahead, talk to us.
Good evening, sir. God bless you.
Good evening, Mr. Henry. Talk to us. Merry Christmas. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Please. The other day, our governor was making a speech. He said that the Ushama power plant that they did, it took them 2 years to obtain the license. That to fix light in Edo State is not a problem. That they need the law. So in other words, this did belong to the federal. If without the federal giving them the license, they go ahead. They can't do it. That is what the governor said.
Okay, but what about Lagos that has straight 4 days lights, and when they take the light within 1 hour, they bring it back for another straight 3 days. You know, can't we have that in Edo State?
We can have that, but for having 4 days light is not a permanent light. Let us be frank here.
Yeah, but we need that. At least we are moving somewhere. At least we are moving somewhere, right? If we have 4 days light,
Okay, now,
go ahead.
where you live in Lagos, sir, that is depends on where you are living, because people that are living there, they are well-to-do people. Go to compare it with Adekule to start with.
Okay, anyway, yes. On that, you are right, because I don't know where these people, what is happening in those areas you just mentioned. You are right, but we also have people that were to do in Edo State. Do we have any areas in Edo State? Let's assume a GRO area, for example. Do they have straight 4 days, 3 days, 2 days lights? It's a question. I don't live there.
I cannot say because I'm not there.
Okay, leftists will answer that.
I'm just trying to remind us what the governor said
Yes.
the other day. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay, now, going to the insecurity that the vehicle is just provided. So at least they are the panelists. They are saying that concerning the adequate training. Fine, at least I believe our government just started from somewhere, and it's not an illiterate person that doesn't know that these people that is going to handle this thing to, they need a proper training. At least it's a gradual process. You understand?
Yeah.
This is what is going to be trained, definitely. And there's another thing, one of the panelists said. He said that they should collect AK-47 from these people. Let me tell you, Nigeria is a devilish place. The people there, they don't have sympathy for anybody. Look at what the kidnappers are doing. Look at what the armed robbers are doing. These people, they carry sophisticated weapons. Then you are telling our security to be using pistols. Sir, what State to be precise. You see, they were even eating human beings. So, other people, the way they are, sir, please, when we are taking this thing, we have to know when we are talking about the way they live there, the people that are living there. And you and I are living here. You get police, but they don't even know, sometimes they don't even take all the gun. But there is security. But in Nigeria, as a police, you are going without a gun. Somebody can just from behind and kill you.
Okay.
Look at the way they are killing our military.
Thank you, Brother Henry. Thank you so much.
Let me reply this, brother. Let me reply,
okay,
please.
Henry, hold on, please. Don't go yet. Somebody want to respond to you. Go ahead.
It's me. He's talking to me. Let me reply. It's Brother Nice that's talking.
Okay,
I'm the one that said
ahead.
they should call. Yeah, I'm the one that said they should collect those AK-47 from them. What he is saying, if you said Nigerian police have the right to walk around with AK-47 because of all those kidnappers, because of the crime that is you said the country is devilish, that the people there, the crimes is very high. That one, I agree with you. But the problem that I have, working with the AK-47, arresting people inside the city because of people that is the market people that is walking around on the street, arresting them, shooting them, accidental discharge. Those are the places I'm talking about. If you talk about all those people like all those kidnappers that if we really have a well-trained police, those are different cases. They have to have intelligence, and if they want to go after them, that one is a very designed and coordinated mission to go after those kind of criminals, all those kidnappers. You understand? It's just like in France here, we have what they call this thing, SWAT. We have what they call raid. So if those one want to go after those kind of serious crime,
hold on. Yeah, round up. We have
we have the one they call raid. Those ones they go after people that commit those kind of crime that you are talking about. But you cannot see ordinary police walking around on the streets. Those ones they work with intelligence. If they want to go with all those people, they go with a sophisticated weapon to go after kidnappers and all those heavy crimes.
Thank you.
Cannot just see the rapper on the street killing.
Hold on now, Brother Nice, please hold on. Brother Henry, please round up.
Sir, okay, now, sir, I understood what he just said, but you have to differentiate it because if you when you talk, said it, people will be thinking maybe it's condemning the security, the weapon that the governor just produced to the people. You understand? Now, that is the area they need training. That before, when they see another people, they know they have to mind the way they handle them.
Okay.
You understand? That one is
at least the good thing you mentioned training on that. Good. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for your time. Yeah. All right. Lefties, please talk to us on this. What's your take on this whole thing, both light and all the debates?
Actually, there is a regulator they call DEC. Is the one that regulates the activities of discourse. We have about 11 discourse in Nigeria. 11 discourse. There, the law has been amended to a point. If the law was not amended, there is nothing that would have given birth to Osiomo power plant. Osiomo power plant, let's be fair. Edo State government does not have money in Osiomo power plant. It's owned by one engineer, Igeon. It's owned by one engineer, Igeon. Edo State only promised to buy their power. So these are some of the propaganda issues we are hearing that are not good. My own organization was represented in a 9-hour meeting to ensure that Osiomo succeeds in Edo State. Osaze Digin was there. One Joseph Tete was there, who represented the Edo Society, Edo civil society, because we know more about power issue in Edo. We were the one fighting BDC over meter issue. We were the one who removed fees charge from meters in Nigeria. All the 11 discos who went to court with our money and time and effort. So it can be done. The truth is that This problem cannot be solved. Like I keep on saying, sir, it's painful that most of us do not want to really face reality. The problem in Nigeria is between the rich and the poor. They don't want those issues to get better. They don't want it. It's not difficult to solve. It's not difficult to solve. There are people who are benefiting from this negative thing, who does not want it. They are cartel. They are capitalists. So they will stop at nothing. They know that when the people are not under control, they have lost what they have stolen for their generation. And for them to keep it, they'll keep on manipulating the people, removing basic amenities, removing education, creating poverties. And those things are scripts, are deliberately made for the people. So they can generate like Uniben, can generate light for its community. They can, but they won't do it because there are people who are in charge of this country. That is for that. When we are talking about security, we bought security vehicle. Where are those vehicles? Like Uppers Airport Road. We'll have Ulemo and others. You can't drive there. Will you have an issue, kidnapping issue? You call police and police will get there. Which road police want drive past? We don't also have access to connect those roads so that the police can also do their work. Like I said, all those problems, sir, is being solved from the surface. Until all of us sit down and tell ourselves the truth and keep on asking questions. If you ask those state government now, how much did they spend for this Belgian vehicle? Those vehicles are Belgian vehicle. The money they will mark on that vehicle will buy a new brand new Toyota Hilux, but they won't buy. How can the government go and buy an old Toyota Sienna? For what? For the one who's a park load for farm? When you have Hilux and all that thing that you need to buy for them, upgrade all those roads that you need to grade.
Lefties,
yes.
but this vehicle, the port, is it not brand new vehicle?
They are not. You look at it there now. It's not a brand new vehicle. They are Belgians. Those are Belgian vehicles. It's not those Sienna I saw there. Those vehicles has been there. I saw them months there parked in government house. I saw them parked. They are green, like navy blue, kind of navy blue. Unless they bought another one. It did not Sienna. It did not Sienna. Oh, Sienna saying. This is Sienna now. Now Sienna be this now. Those are new vehicles. Those are Belgians now. That's the truth of the matter. If you ask those state government, how much did you spend to purchase this vehicle? They will run to court. They won't listen to you. They won't give you answer. Look at those bikes they also bought. Is there body armor attached to it? Which road they want pass? What are the maintenance culture the arrangement made for those vehicles? Like the issue of light, there are some places that have light for more than 24 hours in some certain area in Benin. They call them special line territory. It's for the rich people. So it's just that they don't want things to work, sir. They don't want things to work, and it's paining me that people are carried away by emotions. They don't want to say the truth. If those state government say what I'm lying, and this is not the truth, they should come after me. I'm not hiding. The first Edo State security architecture was designed by my organization. Was designed. They didn't even implement it 70%. They look at their interests and pick up their interests inside.
Hello.
All right.
Thank you.
Who is speaking Paul here now?
Hello.
Please unmute yourself. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Leftist Amawosa. Thanks for that. Your contribution. Israel Asamuta, what is your take on this? Do you think that Edo State, because you wanted to contribute earlier on, do you think Edo State can have a permanent light by ignoring the federal?
It will be difficult because everything we do is has to do with the federal. And you have to know that this issue of electricity in Nigeria is all because of selfish interest. Okay? If we have Benin Republic that is not up to Lagos and Benin, has a constant permanent light. We are even talking of Cotonou. We are talking of Eritrea.
Sorry, sir. We are the ones supplying them light. We are the ones supplying them.
You know, Mr. Leftist, do you know what? Eritrea. Do you know what? Our people need to understand that when you want to deal on this thing, we have National Assembly, right? Put the bill there. Let these constituents who are representing your constituency, let them go and all this one you are buying generator. This is why that guy who was buying generator and buying bike for his constituency saying, don't vote for us, we'll do more. That is why we tell them.
How is it possible that the countries that Nigeria is supplying light have permanent light? We are supplying people, we don't have permanent light. It doesn't make sense to me.
Are those people getting it for free from us? Are they not paying for it? So they are paying for what they are getting what they paid for. So for you, don't we listen? We are talking about oil right now. Okay, we have oil. The oil we have is that was what Muammar Gaddafi said to us. Nigerians, why are you that you have what it takes to stay in your country? This is what we are saying. Our oil well. Okay, we are taking it to refine in the United States. Let's say, for example, right? Do you think the oil that is refined in the United States, whatever the United States get from it, they take it back to us? We will use our money to export it there for them to refine. They will still use our money to bring it back. Whatever they get from refining our oil and bringing it back, do you think they give it to us? So who is happy? Who is cheating who? So the other thing is, you are talking about light. You also know that for this thing to work, it means that certain people's interest, you remember there's a generator, right? There's a generator. All these people that are having generator company, where are they going to hide?
Do you know how much Nigeria are paying for generator?
Let me tell you one thing you don't know. All these things that you are saying, generator, you think, it's all this one want to help this one, this like what Lefty said, paddy. The people in the National Assembly, is it bad to draft a bill to say we need a permanent light here? Who are those people representing? Why? What is their function? Why are they representing you? For example, now you live in the United Kingdom. You live in Cambridge, United Kingdom. Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you live in Cambridge, United Kingdom. In your constituency, right? And there is no light. How many power supply do you have? You don't even have one. It's not even NEPA. You have a lot you can choose from. So if your NEPA does not have light, doesn't mean that you cannot have light. So you want to tell me that when you pay your light bill, they will tell you that there is no light? They never want that person where.
It's not possible.
That is why you are seeing all these things. Now, put this thing like this. Then what is it hard? You saw the National Assembly there leaking that day. This is something that they said they use 4 billion. Are we going to be stressing ourselves here? This thing has been going on for decades. It's because our people are carried out with this hallelujah. When these people come, they'll come and share you generator. I was laughing the other. These are the reasons why we were laughing. Because you cannot tell me that you are one of the member of House of Representatives. You are representing a constituency. You are coming to, it's like somebody coming to buy you generator in your constituency, your MP. You ask, are you well?
But you accepted it.
Because these people don't know. They don't actually know. So how are you going to tell me, somebody like me, come and buy me generator and say, don't worry, if you use it, if you vote for us, we'll buy you more with our money, taxpayers' money. Are you okay? This is why you see some of them were happy because they don't know. So it is our duty to tell them all these things you are saying are all nonsense that they are coming to tell you for. Hey, come and do this. Come and do this. That is why you see that they are all running because the election is just around the corner.
Why can't we just have light for Christ's sake?
The thing is, let's ask the National Assembly. Ask them. Now,
no, sir. No, sir.
To pass
the people, let's ask the people.
They have assented it. This would have been a golden opportunity for the president to accept. He said no. They are all running around now saying, no, let's Baja Miller and the rest of people, because they're all loyal to him. Everybody's, listen, we are all there 24 hours. This is Pluto. So,
all right,
I don't know.
Israel. I want lefties to, because we wanted to contribute something. Lefties, go ahead.
Sir, truly, we are at fault. We the people are very, very faulty. How can I let somebody who came to vote for my vote will now be deciding, taking decision without me be knowing? By the electoral law, the man we voted for need to have a constitutional an office, constituency office in our area, which he will hold meeting with us, will tell us our grievances, how he will represent us, what our pains, our frustration, go and deliver our message. How many of them doing that? If you electing the people, they don't have interest. The Nigeria have interest in Mayu and Chelsea football. They have interest in Big Brother Africa. What you are doing now, look at those who are viewing it. You have time and effort. Look at those who are online already. If it is nude pictures now, people are throwing out their private parts and throwing out their breasts. You see viewers. You don't need to tell them to like it and share it. You don't need to share it, tell them. They know what to do at that point. The people is in a situation where you want to build a burglary proof in your house. You are supposed to have a casted environment frame where you cast the iron to. What our people does now is to use clay to cast the iron. Will it hold? It will not hold. Instead of taking action, they go and be praying in the church. And spiritual thing and physical things are two different, two parallel lines. And they are not willing. The pastors have taken advantage of their situation, making money for a family. The traditional institution, my brother, we respect so much, has also disappointed us, has flattered us as people. They don't care about us. They also forget that without the people, they are nowhere. The so-called politicians who were elected, who will be begging from word to word, house to house, like the dual witness, are now turned to the overlord. The security agencies has not turned to overlord because the people refuse to know themselves. What we need, bros, is more education. It's the people that is now rigging out themselves. If you look at our electoral law now, by way of the new voters card, it's the people that have the power, like the whole Roman Empire, where the mom decide who will be the next Caesar. But what are you now saying? If the people now say the 10,000 naira man, I'll just give my vote. People go to polling units undecided to look for 2,000 naira for 8 years. So, bros, in all, is we that is the people that is responsible. Is our time those bastards call for meeting, those elected hoodlums, we start attending their meetings. If they do party, we will not go. We should call them and be advocating, asking questions. And that's the only way, because when people are asking one question, they will know that people are now aware. They will be cutting themselves to sides. If that's the truth of the matter, the people must wake up, know that those projects is their money. And two, before you engage on any project in every area, you must meet the people and ask them, what are your challenges? It must be an agreement between the owner of the money and you that was sent to represent them. And those are the things. That is why, sir, I keep on saying that it's a script. It's deliberate. That's why they are removing education, creating more nuisance value, creating them all over. All of them, both the Ogebo, both traditional rulers, so all of them are part of our problem, honestly. Where they taught truth. If I die today, I'll not be Ogmanje again. Where they taught you, don't they die put. So those are the problem. It was just our traditional ruler to come out and also make statement. Do we not respect them more than those? I cannot talk to my traditional ruler anyhow, but I can talk to any elected government anyhow because they came to beg me. But my traditional head did not come to beg me to become whoever he is. It's God who elected them. So those are the things. Everybody must rise up and speak. Both those who are in diaspora are not going to ask question. One, to achieve this is through our budgets. They just enacted budget now. What they want to do next, the one they did last year. If you go through now, there's nothing on ground. There's nothing on ground.
Because of what you were talking about, I think we are going to attach the two topics together right now because both of them are similar. Because on here from TVC, they discuss the importance of the youth joining politics. So I would like us to listen to a minute or two from here, then we move on. Okay, please.
Half of the population, only few of the youth find themselves involved in the political decision making of the country. Often, they are perceived as inexperienced and lacking the skills to take up political positions with the status quo. Now, youth are seeking opportunities and bracing up for inclusion in the political process. All right, joining us to discuss this is political affairs analyst Oluwadamilare Kafishewan. I hope I got your name.
Oluwadamilare Kafishewan.
Okay.
Oluwadamilare Kafishewan.
All right. Oluwadamilare Kafishewan. Thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you.
Now, let's begin with how we got here. We know that youth participation in politics is not something new to Nigeria.
Definitely.
Of course, we had the periods of the Yakubu Gowons and all of them at that period.
Yeah, right.
But suddenly it seems that period phased out and nothing happened, and then we began to see people clamor. What do you think happened at that point that we saw that youth participation became a thing of the past, perhaps?
Okay, thank you for having me on this program. I remain my humble self, Oluwadamilare Kafishewan. When we are talking about youth participation in politics, fine, it started back in the years when we have the likes of Awolowo, Zeke, Gowon. They actually took the affairs of the country back then as a youth. But within a short period of time, we noticed then, back now, that a lot of youth are not that, they are not showing interest in politics.
Okay, we'll come back to that video again. Israel Asemota, is your time now. Before we go to Brother Nice, then we'll come back to leftists again. You know, Israel Asemota, please, can you tell us, because to me, I like this topic. I've been asking, how come the youth are not showing interest in politics anymore? Is it because of all these Yahoo people? They think that they can steal from people easily now, or what's the problem? What's happening? Because our leaders are suffocating us, they are killing us, but the youth are still not showing interest in politics. Israel Asemota, take us through on this.
Well, thank you again for this program, this main topic, youth. We, as you all know, on this Nigeria Watch platform, I've been advocating for the youth to wake up, because the consequence of all this nonsense we are going to be seeing is they are going to inherit the much burden of it. Nigerian youth not participating in politics is of two sides, two coins now. One, we have to look at, do we, the politicians, want them to actually get the seat or want them to participate? Another one is, do we enlighten them of what governance is all about? When I was growing up, we have voluntary organizations that prepares you to have what it takes to be, to have that governance. We have the paramilitary organization, we have the Young Farmers Club. I was part of this organization, the Boy Scouts, all these kind of things that brings the youth together, that give them that energy to say, this is what we need to do. Do we have those things anymore? It's none, because the government fails to do their thing to actually give this importance to the youth. These are things that give youth development. It's not about
it means you are not blaming the youth, you are blaming the government.
We are blaming the government because there's no adequate tools, machineries, techniques to make sure that he said, the youth are the futures of tomorrow. What do you have on ground to make them think that they are the futures of tomorrow? Take a look at the youth you have in the diaspora or where you live. Your own son, there are things you will do, tell you that, don't do that, because we have certain, they will educate you. We don't have it, because the government just look at it because they want to get benefit from these people, want to use them to get their own office, and they will remain there. You see, go to all these offices, they are all 60s, 70s. What are you still doing there? The youth does not even have a place. They just give them something that will cover it. Where's the development? Some people will start shouting, we have always had the youth. That is what they use in pushing this youth. And the youth have always been there. If you ask any politician, why is it that you don't give, the youth have always been there, they'll start with Awolowo. When are you going to understand that the time of Awolowo, we are talking about the 21st century. This is 2021, and we're heading to 2022. You want to still tell me that Awolowo was this, it was a this? No. There are ways you change people because the world is globalizing. You need to have that techniques that change them as well. Governance is what you don't know is. It's not what you practice today is going to be tomorrow, because tomorrow will be another strategy. This is why you see us crying that the way the Nigerian economy is going now, if we don't have youth participation, it's done, because right at the whole thing now, our government offices now is run by the old. So how are you going to move the state?
Let's move to another person. I'll come back to you again, Israel, because Israel is focusing more on the government and putting the blames 100% on government. Now, Brother Nice, can you hear me? Are you there with us?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, my Brother Nice, what's your take? Who to blame? The youth are not, they are showing less interest in participating in politics. Who do you want to blame on this? The youth or the government?
I still follow Brother Israel go.
Okay.
Let me tell you, our leaders, they did this deliberately to discourage our youth. Imagine a country where they use this kind of hungry to torture our citizens, our youth like this. How youth go fit to think of politics? Tell me, this kind of hungry where they done Nigeria. How that person person will graduate for school, they look for job, you not see. Since money never eat, you go sit down, they think of politics. So this thing where they look at me, these are our leaders, this poverty where they strike Nigerians, that they do it purposely. Now mind control, that they use how they control the mind of our people. May you now understand their politics now. You see all this cabal one and this. Okay, may I give you an example? Show what they come out now as a young man. You know, see one politician, they tell her that they say you this small boy. Now you want to take power. That old man, they tell her whether they debate.
Brother Nice, even the youth themselves, they did not support Sowore. We have a problem ourselves.
Listen, that be waiting that they break down for you. That be waiting that they break down for you now. This same youth now these same people, they use them against the same youths. They use youth against youth. Now be the mind control where they tell you.
Brother Nice, I'm going to stop you right there. Hold on, I'll come back to you. I have Joseph Sunday in the building. Hello, sir. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas to you right there.
Good evening to you all. I greet all the partners in the house. I greet all my sister brothers that are commenting at the comment section. My brother Nigel Wash, I would just want to contribute to lead you on the issue of grant.
Okay.
You see, at first, I will say thank you for Governor Obaseki to provide these vehicles and these bags for the security agency. You understand? I know it's our money. We don't need to say thank you. But if you don't, we will not also do anything. We'll continue talking and talking.
Yeah.
He have the monopoly to spend the money the way he wants as the governor. He have immunity over everything. But where I don't support this support that he just gave to the security is what I'm hearing at the comment section now. Oga Leftis is telling us that these vehicles are Benjo. If truly these vehicles are Benjo, it's not worth doing. It wouldn't have even provided at all if
if they are Benjos. Because the reason is this. What is the laid down tactics to maintain those vehicles? Who are going to be responsible for maintaining of these vehicles and these bikes? If they really provide a Benjo vehicle, I think it shouldn't have even at the first time provide a vehicle at all. If it's a Benjo, it's not worth doing. But if it's new one, I say thank you to him. Number two, as he have also said, Oga Lefties, even though if it's new vehicle or old vehicles, they need good roads to drive these vehicles. If not, in 6 months, this vehicle will start giving a very, very major fault that they cannot be used anymore in 6 months. As our road have said now, the road that we have in Edo State just now are not motorable at all. Not in the Benin City environment that we are talking about, the one they always put at the news that people are saying. We are talking about the remote area. These are where the crimes are really happening, not the cities area where motorable, vehicles are motorable. No, we are talking of the rural area, the remote area. These are the area that we really need these vehicles to work. These are where crimes are happening. So this also takes me back to the topic that you guys are discussing concerning the youth and the governance, the governance.
The politics, yeah.
Talking of the youth involving in our governance system or in our political system, let me tell you, my brother, it is not that if the youth choose to stay apatite, if they choose not to collect anything from the politicians, they cannot survive. They will survive. It's just the few that are greedy. They take from the politicians and we generalize everything and said youth are with the politician. It's not true. The politicians have capitalized on those who are their boys, those that they use to ring election to generate the whole youth. Let me give you an example of what happened in Anambra in recent election that just passed. The people, both women, the youth, refused to take bribe from them. And they vote, even those who took those bribes, voted their conscience. And we saw how the result came out. It went the way of the people. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, take it back to Nigeria in general, talking of our election. If the youth really want to take what belongs to them, let me tell you, we that have other political parties, apart from APC, PDP, AGA, apart from these 3 or 4 political parties, YPP added to it, that are people in a position from the Senate to the governor to the president. We have other political parties. Like Showore have his AAC political party. We all knew what happened in Rivers State when they contested election. When AAC wanted to merge with APC to win Rivers State, the governor, Wike, who is a lawyer, he kidnapped the deputy governor of AAC. He kidnapped him to government house. He used the police, the security agency, to kidnap him. I keep saying, people are saying that the governors don't have right over the police, but when they want to use it to commit crime against the people, they have right over the police. They don't need the president to give the go-ahead. They go to the police and they do what they want to do. Now, what am I trying to say? AAC is there. What do this party, this little parties that are not having the spread all over Nigeria needs to do is awareness. They need to give awareness to the people in the remote area where they don't have light, where they don't have network. They need to synthesize these people, give them the awareness. What are these awareness? It does not mean that you must carry campaign. It does not mean that it must be election time before you can give the people awareness concerning the basic amenities or what they are supposed to do, the right and the wrongs they are supposed to do. Let me tell you, in the olden days, the Bible said we should give respect to those who are in authority. But it did not also tell us not to speak out. Did you understand?
Yeah.
It tells us that we can speak out. Jesus is a good example. When Jesus was asked, do we pay tax? Who do we pay tax to if we have to pay tax? Jesus asked them, which person said this in that money? They said they had the Caesar. He said, give what belongs to Caesar, that of God to God. When Jesus was called upon and he was asked, are you the king of this our country? He said, you have just said it. It's not from my mouth. Did you understand? I have not said so. Jesus, when he was on earth, he gave respect to those that was in authority, but it does not stop him from speaking out. Those small parties should go to the people, should take preaching, as in should take the what's it called, their manifesto to the doorstep of the people to show them how governance supposed to be, not just like the preacher, just like Bible, just like pastors.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. We need to move on. Thank you very much. We've learned a lot from you. You'll be talking now for 9 minutes. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Have a best and ever wonderful Christmas and New Year, sir. Thank you.
The same to you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye for now. All right, my panelists right there. Like I said before, we don't supposed to be here for so long, but we'll be here now for 1 hour 22 minutes. Let's talk to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here, live on the right.
Okay, Engineer Ken, thanks for joining us. I want you to go straight to the point. What is your take? Why is it that the youth of Nigerian youth are showing less interest in politics?
Hunger and starvation. You know, the youth are hungry. There is no food for them. There is no work empowerment, for them. So that is the method that the leaders use to cap them, to put them in that depression, so that they can be able to control them. So that's just the thing. So the only thing that can break up this thing from the youth is the youth should follow the system of Anambra, that they choose their heart over money. That they did not choose money over their life. If the Nigerian youth, can be able to do that, or the Edo State youth can be able to do that, I think Nigeria will be a better place for greater tomorrow. That's the only problem that they have. Another thing again too, our youth are not ready anymore to do something for their own self. Our youth are not ready. Let's call a spade a spade. A youth that doesn't want to go to school, he doesn't want to learn a job, he doesn't want to learn trade, and he wants to drive Mercedes.
Yeah.
How can you achieve that? Either to fraud people, or either to go show their manhood or whatever for rituals, for money, or to start stealing babies for money rituals, or to use their family for money rituals. That is just the thing. And they learned all these evil things from these stupid and crazy politicians. That is how it happens. They learn it from them. My brothers, man, Nigeria is in a big problem. A very big problem. Very, very big problem. The moral values of life in Nigeria is dead. You and I, when we were growing up, when we were somewhere, even at our own old age now, you want to do some things, but it's like you're hearing your father's voice in your head. Like, hey, Daniel, you know, you'll be shocked. But the man is not there. But you see here that discipline that he has kept in you right from your childhood. But these days, the parents of these days lack that value, that moral value to their children, to checkmate them, to make sure that they do the real thing. A mother will be praying for the son to turn 16 years so that he'll start doing streets. 90% of us live in the diaspora. You work with a white man. You know, how many times a white man dashes you $1 or £1 or €1? None. Some of us live better than them. You know, this thing is terrible. It's terrible. You know, so the only way to this misery, you know, is to start sanitizing every home in Nigeria. Every home.
Well,
start talking to their parents. Yes.
I support you what you're saying, but do you also realize that, for example, you want to come out today to go for any political office? The same youth are the ones that will castigate you. They don't want you to go there. So I believe we are the problems of ourselves. So the politicians are capitalizing on our failures because we don't support ourselves. Look what happened to Sowore when he came out. Look what happened to Mogalo. Just take it. How many times have we genuinely support ourselves as the youth?
Yes, Nigeria, let me quickly respond to that question you just made before Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, I'm sorry to cut you there. You know, when you say
that will cost you money. That will cost you money. How can you want to tell you one? Anyway, yeah.
You see you?
I didn't say anything now. I'm aware. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Thank you, Engineer Ken.
Yes, sir.
That question you just made, it made me to think of something. You know, you said when Sowore came, a lot of youth were trying to say, oh, don't mind it. You see, this is the key. This is one of the things we need to get a grip on. Because if you look at, if you look at that video now, maybe that guy's
this for this moment, unmute anybody to talk, okay? Let me sort something out.
Okay. If you look at this thing that we're talking about now, if you are not careful, maybe that guy you were saying speaking just now, he might hit on this thing that you just taught. Like, Sowore is there, other platforms that they don't have a structure. They keep on using this word for you. All these small political parties, they don't have a structure. What do you mean by structure? Now, let me give you another thing that can actually capture this thing. Now, I will still take you back to South Africa. Let's go to South Africa. When they are always using that capture to scare you so that you don't form an alliance that will get a strong grip on what they are doing. In South Africa, they have political parties. They have the ANC, which is the ruling party. They have the DA, the Democratic Alliance. They have the COPE. They have other ones. You understand? Somebody, a youth league that was expelled just because he stand for what was right. And these people were trying to say, no, we can't do it like that. You know, he said no. He left this, they drove him out because of his radical ways. He left the political party. He created another one because he looked around that all these ones that he's going to go and hijack, they already been hijacked. There's no way he can measure up. He went to create his own political party. This was under one motto. He rallied around the youth and told them that the future of this country is in their hand unless they stand now. And that is why you have, and as we speak, is not even the second largest political party in South Africa. And that
Julius Malema.
And that is Julius Malema. Everybody knows Julius Malema to be, he stand on, is what this principle that they are coming to tell you. You will see one of these youth that is already in this political party. I went to join this party because they have a platform. I went to join this party because they are winning. Don't always key on that word, because that is another suppression you are seeing. Believe on what you believe. Stand firm. Even Mandela said, a leader, any leader that change his or her own belief and stand just because of his own selfish interest can never be a leader. It's simple. You need to stand for what you believe. Even if it's going to take you years, build it. Have a proper structure with it. Because this youth cannot, they say, I want to go and join these people. And when you join them, you start saying, you join this team, but you are not getting headway. If you cannot beat them, you join them. Bangam. How are you going to help? So it means you are just as stupid as what they are also calling. So you are one of them. They will tell you, welcome to the club. So there's no way. You need to stand firm. Don't let them tell you, oh, you cannot do it. I'm not saying you should go and open a political party now because it costs money. There are other little political parties there. Meet them, engage with them, talk to them. This is what you want. You can as well change their structure. If you believe on it, don't let them tell you, my brother, what can they do? They don't have money because they believe on. See, what do you mean by donation? It's not about this donation comment. Yes, there are people who will be lobbied. They will start, 1 naira, 2 naira, 5 naira, 10 naira. They will start building. That's how they raise fund. And when they raise this fund, you see them standing and say, we want to make sure that this political party works. But today, if you just say anything to you to say, say we don't join them, that is the product of what they are. They want to give back what they started to this youth. And this youth will go there and say, my brother, you cannot do it too. You don't know. If you cannot beat them, you join them. This is how Nigerian structure has remained the way it is. Because any youth leader that goes there, they don't want you to progress. They will suffocate you where you are. They say, if you don't mind, then you join them. Some of them, you see, when it comes to youth, see like this guy now that just came now. Maybe if you watch the video, you are going to understand maybe what Mr. Israel is saying here is correct. They will send him to all these big places, big platforms to educate the youth. What are they educating for? What are you going to come and say our political party is bad? Because they have to maintain that status quo. So they will come in and say, yes, we were youth, we are advocating, we have been talking to our people, we have been doing this, we are telling them, you need to make sure you participate in politics. How do you educate them to participate in politics? You are educating them to come into the already menace you're already into. So how do you move? If you want to educate them on a neutral ground. It is time for you to start engaging in politics. This is how we're going to do it because the future is in our hands. But you don't want to engage them on that. You want to feed them, want to bring them back into the same structure that is already being collapsed. This is why you see some of these youth that is saying we are youth participating in politics. They will still tell you the same thing that these politicians are telling you. And when you ask, this politician will tell you, my brother, these people don't have structure. These people don't have structure. Is that structure, was it done by animal? Is it not done by the same human being like you? So why don't you think you have that knowledge to also capture that same structure and build your own? All these places where all of us live now, I'll just say, Rome wasn't built in a day. It starts with a gradual process. And that process, you must be determined. Put something in your head and say, no. If Paul cannot do it, doesn't mean that Peter cannot do it. But in Nigeria, it means that if Paul cannot do it, Peter don't fit one, but not your border. Now only one, you're the go. This is how we are still going like that. Together in God's family. Work. So how is it going to work? if we don't have a different dimension. This place don't work. Make we still try this road now. But everybody just saying, if you capture, that is what they use in changing the whole thing. You can't change it. You can't change it. Move ahead, move ahead, move ahead. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. You are still moving ahead. You go nowhere. Look at what is happening in South Africa today. Malema is not the person commanding. When he's talking in parliament, he looks as if because he's ready. He's ever ready. Where is the former president? The rest is history. Let me leave my panelists to go to contribute on that. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. He's a brother nice. I would have loved Niger Watch to come. I have some questions to ask Niger Watch for what he said. He said when I told him about Sowore, he said no youth came out to support Sowore. I wanted to ask him if Sowore, during the election, if Sowore even have any money to throw around to people that will vote for him. But those old politicians have that money to buy votes. But Sowore don't have that kind of money. So how is he going to get any vote from the people? That's the reason why I told him that those politicians did it purposely. This poverty to control the people, the mind of the people. You understand? So those are the things I was trying to tell him. The youth is not the problem. The problem we have is this whole cabal that is there. These people hold that power ransom. They don't want to let it go. Anybody that want to contest with them to take that seat from them, these people are ready to die for it. So we have a big problem in our hands. I could remember this guy, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, right? This man, how old is he? He's 41 years now. He took power when he was, he's not even 40, So, yeah, but who discovered Emmanuel Macron? He's a old politician, a old man that is up to 70 years, that said that, the way you are speaking, I think you can rule this country. He encouraged this young boy to go for politics, to come out as candidate. But this guy come out and he won. But how many old politicians will encourage a youth in Nigeria? When they themselves, they are looking for that space. So those are the difference, So if I'm trying to tell Nigeria Watch something, I know what I'm talking about. I speak with wisdom. I don't just say, I think Nigeria Watch is back. I hope he's listening to me.
Mr. Nice, thank you very much.
Mr. Nice, I listen to every one of you, what you'll be saying. My questions still remain because Mr. Nice talking about Sowore. How many youth actually encourage Sowore? Because you guys are blaming the government, which I accept. I understand many of them are devilish, they don't care about us. Fine. But how do we take the power from them? Do we encourage ourselves to take the power from these old leaders that have been suffocating you and I since the creation of Nigeria?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes. You can. Sorry, Mr. Nice. You can. We can.
Okay.
Everyone can.
That's why I mentioned Sowore. How many youth supported Sowore?
Do you know why? Let me tell you one thing. Yeah. We have the social media. Let's say 50 or 60% of Nigerians youth, most of them live abroad. They've seen what democracy is about, the dividends of democracy, right? But we still have social medias that tell lies to them because it benefits them. This is the problem. Don't start giving something that you know is going to fight you tomorrow. Tell them the truth. Just give them the truth. Stop telling them, oh, don't worry. Stop singing the name of these people that have been ruling for decades. Educate the youth and say, you have the future. Look, you see, Mr. Knight just made mention of Emmanuel Macron. Look at Emmanuel Macron's today in the European Parliament. He's the one commanding. He is the one commanding right now. If you don't know,
He's the president of the European Union right now.
He is commanding right now. I'm telling you. So the problem is we always look at nah, not fit. No, I cannot be president. I cannot be governor. Somebody else can be. How do you change it? Don't say because you don't like you are envying this person. Enviness is worrying us. When somebody is trying to do something, everybody will start looking, hey, na money they find. This is how Shawore started. But they never put him to say, yes, let us give this guy a chance. Let us queue behind him. Everybody was, even from where he started from, United States, they were already accusing him he's taking money.
How are you sure? How are you sure if another youth wants to come out tomorrow, for example, want to be the governor of those states, who is going to support him?
Okay, this is where you and I, everybody now on this platform, need to do our homework. We need to start telling the truth and making them understand that the mistake they are making is costing their lives. They need to start thinking. Instead of inputting false or negative things into their head, let us be giving them positive ideas.
All right, Israel, hold on. Let's talk to somebody on the phone. Hello, Henry, you're calling back again. Talk to us, sir.
Hello.
Yes, talk to us.
God bless you, everybody. My contribution is that we talk about Oshowore. Oshowore make a very good headway. Look at the area I have problem with our youth. When Oshowore came out, Omogalu also came out. We have Durotoye. So there were out about 4 political parties, the youth political party. Now, why these people agree together at that point? And okay, let us, as we all have this interest now, why did us just come together to form one political party so that we can be able to counter these people? Look at Oshowore was a one-man show that worked almost the whole state in Nigeria campaigning. He was the only person that did it. But the next political party that just came out, instead of them, okay, let us support this man so that we put our hands together so that we can be able to convince more youth. None of these people did it. Even they were trying to do that. There was a meeting they held in Abuja. At the end of the day, they disagree. And this is how all of them separated. Now, how are we going to bring this youth together to form just one political party? That is my question.
Okay. It's a big question, sir. Thank you very much for calling back. Let me talk to Lefties. Lefties, are you there with us?
I'm here, sir.
Please respond to all this we'll be talking about, because we don't know who to blame anymore. The youth are not ready. The leaders are capitalizing on our instability. What's your take on this?
Actually, sir, you must not get problem solved when you keep on using the old same style that has not achieved any result.
Yeah.
One, confidence, identity has been taken away from the society. Like I keep on saying, which other people has also said there, it's a script that is designed to lead us to this present situation. But funny enough, we are in a society who is aware of his problem but not prepared to remedy it. People do not have, we know our problem as people, but people are not interested in the remedy. It's like that popular say, that cat we can't disturb here. We know who to bed the cat in case if they come, we go know. So those are some of the areas we are looking at. When you take your dog outside and you get to a place where there's so much meat, it will take the grace of God for your dog to follow you. The people has been given hunger as a special gift. They have been given poverty as a special gift, the normal poverty. They have also been given mental poverty, ability to think, as a special gift. They're taking those things away from them. Why? A man is designed, I keep on saying it, a man is designed to survive. When a man is designed to that level of survival, he no longer think. The only thing he knows is survival. However, he survives is not his problem, but he survives. And a man that wants to survive will not ask question. Why are those rules like this? Why this one not like that? So the politician has structured those issues. And our people having know that, instead of them to say this is the trick, let us gain knowledge and fight back those people. They are not interested. They don't have interest. Only for the politician to use some people as appointment, give them money, empower them, and to be causing confusion. That is why you see today, sir, some people in the land grabbing. Have you heard anything from those who are supposed to prosecute them? Because there are those who they use in their various community to hold them, to hold people to ransom, to ring election. Until all we wake up, rise up to our responsibility, and say to ourselves, the truth must be said about those people, and say we must resist whatever they are giving to us. It's our money. That is better for us for a man to die now than to live in constant fear. And tell them, go and use your children for your political talks you are using them from. Bring them from abroad. And people will start resisting. Why is this like this? We can't follow you. Such little resistance will send a very big message. We are not really poor as people. It's the ability for us to think as people. Because this problem was designed for us to be like this by those cartel. I won't know the problem because they said problem known is 50% solved. Would have rise up to ourselves. But rather for us to do that, we are resort to work without money. We want to make money without money. Nobody want to go to school any longer because the politicians are so making it difficult that nobody have trust in society any longer. There's no confidence. Boys want to get money through Yahoo. Nobody want to learn what. Nobody want to go to school. So those are the issues. So we are part of the problem. Who are government? We are the government now. Those who are causing confusion, they are within us because we are greedy. Out of it now, it doesn't. I don't have business with others. Those are the problems we are facing. We know what to do, but we are not willing to do it. But your revolution has started, my brother. Your platform has started this revolution. People gradually, you see that what you are doing today now is not going to end the way you have started it. You have started it. So time will come, people will start picking interest. What they really need is for us, every one of us, to be educating them. Is now of our own obligation. That is the truth of the matter. Without education of the mind, bros, is a waste of time. We just made them to understand that what they are giving you now, rubbish. Your future has been exchanged for these yama beans, and you have started the revolution, and that is how it started. Like the freedom of America, liberty, was started in a room led by Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the Constitution. It was a room less than 12 by 12 that the liberty of America was decided. People took the decision and say, if it's that, and they started educating people. Today, America is the greatest nation in the world. So we'll keep on talking, sir. We'll get there.
Thank you, leftists.
Hello,
Thank you very much.
hello, Mr. Najawash.
Yes, go ahead, brother. Nice.
Okay. You still said that it's because the youth are not ready. That is why our leader, they are there. They don't want to leave this, that. I just want to remind you of something.
Yeah.
Do you remember after the suppression of the youth, then even the last time they even wake up, they rise up and said, okay, now let's fight for our rights. They came out for answers, but you see the outcome of it. They went to massacre young youth. Okay, imagine people that is even motivated by that protest, that sees that kind of incident. Do you think that they will have the courage to come outside and say they want to take their country back from those cabal? A country where people don't have voice to speak. When the youth don't have any say, if you come out, they will massacre them.
But you have to fight to get freedom.
I know you have to fight, but you still need to look at all those facts first. These old people, they have hold that country ransom. The only thing we have to do, we have to now. Yeah, that's the question I want you to ask me. The thing we have to do now is for the youth. We need to come. You know, that kind of protest that happened in the Arab Spring. all the whole state need to come out. When the state come out for protest, no sleeping, cooking and eating on the street for complete 1 year. Nobody will go indoor. The full out of 200 million youth Nigerians, if everybody occupy the streets, brother, these people, they have nowhere to go. This whole cabal, they will pack and go. That's just the truth.
I agree with you, sir. I agree, but let me also chip in this, sir. For we to actually achieve this, honestly, we must, because we are looking at the problem, because for we to get the solution, we must actually know how do we get to this present situation we are now today. Sir, we are divided within ourselves. If you remember the NSAS issue, when the struggle started, you can see our brother from the north and said they don't have interest. But today the north is bleeding, they are crying because they did not also see it the way it is today. See, this is why education must actually come in. We must start from our immediate environment first in the area of advocacy. You understand? When like what they said in Benin, that we must be in that environment. Oh, your counselor, like my ward, the former counselor knows that he has somebody in his ward. He must account to me. My chairman, local government chairman, must account to me. I keep on asking questions, write letter of demands. We must do it at our local level at that point, and it will go around as we are doing it. We're putting it on the public domain. Whether I like it or not, after this ends out, Nigeria can never be the same again. Who said the Nigeria government is not afraid of his people? There's no government that is not afraid of his people. Because when the people are ready for you, my brother, it's only God that can save you. That's the truth of the matter. If you now notice now in Nigeria, so I'm coming. If you now notice now, if you have any complaint, like the military brutality, it has never happened before. You see that within few minutes, the military will quickly write a report. They quickly write a report to that effect. That's to tell that they are now aware that people are now becoming aware of their rights. It's gradually, only that you won't know for now. Bro, the only thing we'll do is that we're going to educate ourselves for us to see that we are one. For now, our brother in the north does not see his brother in the south as his brother. In the west, we have not seen ourselves. Nigeria is only one on paper. Until we build that bridge by our action, educate ourselves, and to spread around, and people will start copying each other. We will get there. Today, there's nothing you are going to do. Go and block that place. They will still mobilize their brother in the north. Those are Merejiri, they're not great trained. They will go and be causing me. But let us hold our ground at various locations. And the message you go around, whatever you do, put it on the public domain. People who said what you are doing is not making effect. The issue of Nigeria was today have made a lot of changes in Benin, whether people accept it or not. But it looks like a child's play. Today, we have light in Ring Road. Today, the government is forced to do so many things. No matter how small is your complaint, they take note of it. But they don't want to rush into it so that the government does not show weakness. They want to show confidence, but they must do it. They know if they don't do it, people will react. It's for us to know ourselves, bros. Let's just start from that level. That's the gospel truth. If you don't start gradually, we will not make end way, sir.
This our leader, they are scared of protest. Yes. Our leaders.
Yes.
And okay, imagine a country that supply other neighboring country light. How come we don't have stable light? Not be juju be that.
My brother, we keep rambling. I told you guys all these things. All these things are already there in the Constitution for you to have. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, of course, we can hear you.
They are all there. This is all these things we are saying now be juju be that. It is because that time that you are saying, people will still say that they will still refer you to Ojuku, Babangida came, this one came, Gowon came. They are going to refer you to all these things. They are trying to divert you from the subject matter. You ask a question, not be juju be that. It means these things are there. When 1999 came, all these things, they were provision laid for all these things to happen. I still keep on asking, the people you elect to represent you, that is their job, to lobby and to make sure
that to buy generator for them, Abi.
Exactly. This is the thing. Unless you tell the youth and say, all our mummies and daddies, I keep on telling you here. I do not hate anyone, but the truth must be told. These people are just cajoling you. Now tell me, where are their kids and families? They're living lavish lives. So you can be there. So they know.
We have Alex in the building. Alex, Merry Christmas. How are you doing?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, man. What's up?
Yeah, we are good. We are good. Nice to have you here. Have you been following us? Do you know what we're talking about right now?
No, I just came in. I just got home. I've not been home.
Okay. We're talking about, I want you to look at the screen. We're talking about this. Governor Obaseki bought 50 pieces of cars and 60 pieces of motorcycles for the security agencies in Edo State. We have talked about that. These are the cars right there, and these are the motorcycles right there. Alex, you're following up, right?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. These I'm showing them on the screen so you can see them. So Governor Obaseki actually made a speech about it as well. So we've already deliberated on this, and now we move on to why is it that the youth are not showing interest in politics? Is it because of the Yahoo they are doing, or is it because of the suffocation that the leaders have put us all through? So these are everything that we'll be talking about. So I don't know where you're going to start from. Go ahead, talk to us, Alex.
Number one, in as much as I'm not against what the governor has done, but why now? So those that have died over how many months, how many weeks, or how many months ago, everybody has been clamoring. Why now? What is going on? Is that the anti-grazing law? For me, this is just another way to circumvent or to avoid his responsibility of securing the lives and property of Edolite, which is sworn. But for me, this is nothing. It's nothing. It's like medicine after death. People have been dying for the past 2 years. So this.
Yeah, this is part of the security whole thing that we all have been talking about. Having this can as well.
Yes, it's part of insecurity. It's part.
This will help in tackling the insecurity in those things. Don't you think so?
Guys, I'll join you later.
Okay. We lost you there, right?
Why now?
Ninja Watch.
Yes.
Let me comment. All these things you are seeing from the politics is now metamorphosing into our religion.
Yeah.
You showcased something today. I was laughing. Do you know why I was laughing? I was laughing. People are just happy. Hey, he's doing this one, he's doing good work. Listen, when Jesus fed the 5,000 people with 2 loaves of bread, 5 loaves of bread, and 2 fishes, he never brought a camera. He never brought camera to show. This is our old politics that they keep using. How many people have you seen? Let's see the charitable churches that are here. The Salvation Army and the rest. How many times when they want to give to the public, they tell you to bring camera? This is how they deceive our people with all those things, and people are happy. Oh, it's Christmas time. Let's take it. You are happy. People are really saying, hey. I say, oh, our people perish for lack of knowledge. You use 30 minutes to deliberate on something that you want to give to the people. Just give it to the people and don't tell the public. It's as simple as that.
All right. Let me acknowledge a lot of people is here. We have more panelists here. We have Akim. He's late. He's going to be penalized. We have Mr. Omori. He's late. He's also going to be penalized. We have JK with us right here. JK, we get immunity. Right. Thank you very much, my people, for coming. Well, let's start from Akim. Akim, Talk to us. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas. Tell us why you late.
Good evening, my people. Merry Christmas to every one of you on the show, and Merry Christmas to all our viewers. Sorry, guys. It's been an hectic day for me, man. I just come into the house now, so but I've been following the show anyway because I spoke to Israel earlier. I was driving from afar, so and I couldn't be using my phone while I was driving. So I just said, let me get home first.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Your excuse is accepted, and let's talk to Mr. Mori. Maybe now Mr. Mori and I go pay right now. Mr. Mori, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, my brother, my beloved brother Elvis, my co-panelists and our viewers at home and all over the world. I wish you Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year in advance. Before the penalty,
Merry Christmas. That one you consign me. You are late.
Yes, sir. I'm late. I've been under the weather. You know, I took some medication. I slept off. Before I woke up, I discovered I was already behind schedule. I'm so sorry. I tender my own apology.
Understandable. So what we are talking about, I'm going to recapitulate again especially for you and Akin. What we are talking about here is Governor Obaseki bought these for the security agencies in those states. So as you all know that we have previously talked about all this, that the government need to empower the vigilantes and all that, and he has done it. But some people are still skeptical and still doubtful over these actions, which I also want to hear from you guys. You know, some said the vehicles at Belgium is not new. And why some said, in fact, there's a lot of contributions earlier on. Then we move from this topic straight to why is it that Nigerian youth are paying less interest in politics. Then we have discussed, we have made series of references. For example, Moyele Sowore, who came out as a presidential candidate for AAC, the youth never supported him. A lot of people have blamed the youth, while a lot of people have also blamed the leaders. So I'm going to start with Akin here. Akin, talk to us.
Yes, brother. To be honest with you, I've been following the show. It's just that I couldn't join it, so I've heard all the contribution. I'll start with the vehicle one first of all. You know, there's nothing like it's too late when it comes to security. You know, the vehicle they're still going to be useful. Security is not something you do yesterday and you don't do today. It's continuity. So whatever lapses that were there yesterday, those lapses have to be fixed, and those are some of the reasons why the vehicle were purchased by the government. Well, you still have to give them kudos, but at the end of the day, it is their main responsibility, their first and foremost responsibility as governors or as a government is to be able to protect the life and properties of their residents. So I would say that I think it's a welcome development. And you know, the governor for me is somebody who believes in proper process. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because last time he talked about how they were remodeling the Ogida barracks so that they will be able to use it to train vigilantes as well, so that they will be properly trained people who will be doing the vigilante work, which is another good development, because my concern about this vigilante issue is just giving guns to anybody on the street to just do whatever they want to do. So for me, that is worrisome, because you don't see it anywhere apart from our own place. You don't go anywhere else and you see citizens just carrying guns around the street. When you see people who are security people, they are people that are well trained, people that belong to government institution, people that are well recognized. So if someone was to do you anything on the road, you can say, oh, so person did so thing. Oh, who is that person? If it's a police officer, you can say, oh, he has a badge number. His badge number is so. You know what I'm saying? But if a vigilante don't something to you, how are you going to identify him when it's not even? They can tell you that, oh, this guy is not even recognized. I'll give you an example. Look at the Sonny Omokaro issue last. What was his defense? He said he's a member of a vigilante. That was one of his defense. You know what I'm saying? So that we cannot allow to continue in our society. And on the issue of the youth participation, in honesty, if you really look at the trend worldwide, it's not only in Nigeria. Youth participation in politics is very low, not just in Nigeria, across the globe. You know, normally that's why you see that in most countries, when the government are tailoring policies, they always tailor policies that kind of benefit the elderly, because they know that those are the people who comes out to cast votes on election days. So the issue with Nigeria is not that the youth are not participating; it's just that the youth, they do not understand what they need to participate in, and that is a big problem for them, and that is a big problem for the countries, because at the end of the day, the system of education, our education system, have been dilapidated. The structure does not work. And when you talk about Showore, I tell you guys, brother, if Showore had been elected president in Nigeria, nothing will change. Anybody who wants to believe, let them believe. Look, a president cannot spend a kobo without going through the Senate. That is the fact. So is he going to work with the same? So is Showore, is he going to be president and then himself is going to be senators? No. He's still going to have to go to the senators to request for anything. And you know how it goes. I've said time and time again, when we are having a debate, our debate is skewed towards the wrong direction. The direction is for the country to be structured first, is for the country to be put in a proper situation. If the country is structured, you can come out tomorrow and you just say, listen, these are my this, and people will embrace you. It happens everywhere. But our country, the way it is structured, it's not structured to encourage things like that. It is structured so that those people who have power will be able to keep their power. It is not structured for you to just come out from anywhere and take power from them. You know what I'm saying? So that is the problem we have in Nigeria.
All right, thank you for now. My dear brother Akim, let's talk to Mr. Mori. Mr. Mori, sir, are you there with us?
Life and direct, sir.
Okay, talk to us, sir.
Yeah, once again, seasonal greetings to everybody. You know, I've listened to, as soon as I came in, I listened to leftists and some other contributors. They have done very well. As for the purchase of the vehicles and the motorbikes, I think it's a welcome development and a step in the right direction. It's never too late to say where has it been. You know, it's better late than never. But there's a limit to which these ones can go. You know, and we must not forget that this is number one area we have to tackle. You want to build bridges, you want to tie roads, you want to do a lot of things. Without security, nobody can use the roads, nobody can use the bridges. So security is paramount to our survival as a people. And now that I don't want to believe that the governor has been taking the issue of security with levity. It's just that people have wanted him to do more, you know. Now that he has started doing something, I think it's the step in the right direction. As for the vehicles, people are complaining about they are not brand new and all that. You remember in Nigeria too, these are the things we call new ones. But I don't know the condition of those vehicles. They have to be dependable, they have to be reliable. Yes, you know, sometimes if you want to do one thing, from what we know from our Nigerian politics, people want to take undue advantage. You give them contract to do one thing, they bring, they think of their selfish interest and personal aggrandizement, first of all, before the common interest of the people. If I want to believe Obaseki cannot go to market and start sourcing for those vehicles. Somebody was in charge. And if they were bought, they are not in good condition. I'm not there to see the condition of the vehicles. If they are not in good condition, I think there will have been no need. The contractor should be sanctioned. The vehicles ought not to have been accepted. But I want to believe they're in a good condition. Toyota, you know, they are dependable on Nigerian roads. And that Sienna you are looking at there, most of them are Siennas. They are strong vehicles. Because I was in Mito car dealership, I know a lot about vehicles. So they are not bad from what I can see on the surface. But I don't know the conditions of the vehicle because they are being used. So if they are not in good condition, I think the contractor should be blamed for that, and he ought to have been inspected before acceptance. Again, all these things we are doing, they are just palliative measures. There's a limit to which this one can go. Considering the nature of security in Nigeria, the Nigerian system, we just pray that it doesn't happen. It's not a conventional war where you say, okay, they are coming tomorrow, they are coming next tomorrow and all that. We pray that we don't get any attack. But this one is a palliative measure. At least people are waking up. The Fulanis are already also aware that you can't just go into the community and start many people, you know, from nowhere. So it's a wake-up call to everybody.
Okay.
If you look at it now, from the way people have been with this, I know there's a limit to which you can arm them. You know, it's something they cannot get. We pray that, you know, people are on the watch. People are watching, like the Fulani also aware that it's no longer business as usual. And again, for the youth participation in politics, the system has been designed, has been screwed against the youth. But I also want to tell you that Rome was not built in a day. Things are changing. In 2002, I contested as a councillor in my ward. I could remember what I saw. Things are different today. I also give you an example with Anna Brown and the election. Things are changing, just that they might not be as fast as we want them to be. We might not be where we want to be. We are not where we used to be. In 2007, I contested again as a councillor. In my ward, by the grace of God, I had the popularity. I had the support of the youth. I had the support of the men and the women. Everybody wanted to identify with a young coming, you know, people wanted to change the status quo. People wanted to, they don't want to know who is your father. They don't want you to be from an English family or a Benito family before you can. They just believe in what you have been doing for them because you grow up with them. But what happened? My ward that was supposed to be Ward 9, we're taking miles and kilometers away for screening because the leader never wanted me as a person. But the people wanted, they were fully on my side. Even most of the people started, they stopped going to the leader's place. They rejected them over a bottle, they rejected their offer. Me, I was wondering, like, what am I giving these people? They just believe in you. Then what happened? For them to be able to screen me out, you know what they did? The executive were in charge on my side. The people, if we use them, everybody was ready to kill for me. They took us to kilometers away, all the way to Oromi, the house of Alet and Neni, because that is the only way they can hatch their plan. You know, people still follow me there. They kept us from morning till about 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m. in the morning. They wanted us to get angry and leave. We didn't leave. People were still waiting. So at the end of the day, what happened? We went through the screening. Before we got to our ward, it was everywhere that we have been screened out. That was how we went to bring a fresh party. You could see what we did. I told Israel about this thing. You could see the difference we made. Everywhere, you could see people were desperate. People were yearning for a change. People were tired of PDP. Then, you had no other place to go. This is where today, when I see PDP and APC, though they are dressed on the same feather, it's like difference, asking for the difference between 6.5 dozen. There's no actually difference between the PDP and the APC. They are still love opposition. Because without opposition, the government of the day will be too brutal, will be too corrupt, and will be too autocratic. So at the end of the day, we brought a new party from nowhere, a few days to election. My brother, you could see the difference, you could see the impact our people made, not just me. You know, they were like, who is sponsoring this guy? Who is behind him? My brother, by the grace of God, I had my own business. But it wasn't all about money. It wasn't really about money. It was about people believing in you, believing in what you can do, believing in where you're coming from. At the end of the day, while we were winning them in the field, see, my ward has about headquarters. We defeated them hands down, 5. If I tell you, my leader then, the leader that never wanted a change, that never wanted me, was the South leader of PDP. Not just a ward leader, South. Mr. Olive, a lot of people know him. But at the end of the day, while we're celebrating in our ward that we have won, I skipped a point. 3 days to election, all support then was the governor. They were already giving ballot papers 3 days to election. They were already printing against me to tell you the battle we fought. It might not be easy, but things are changing. They are aware. At the end of the day, while we're celebrating our victory in the world, They were busy thinking of how to swear in their candidate. So if people are determined, there's no power that can put them down. At the end of the day, I didn't make it as a councillor into the office. But I want to tell you, my brother, we achieved a lot of things better than my councillorship ambition. If you see the number, you see, it was a wake-up call for them. It was a wake-up call for the politicians, for the leaders, for the professional and the career politicians. It was no longer business as usual. If you go to my ward today, my brother, there is virtually no family, you will not see anybody gainfully employed. Now, the only way they could be on the side of the people was start bringing employment. If you go to my area, immigration, civil defense, custom, that was the only way the leader could get his political relevance. They brought jobs from nowhere. They pumped jobs into my community. The people started buying into that idea. My brother, I was angry the way I was treated, but I'm not angry. I became happier because what my community got in return for the effort we made was better than my councillorship ambition. I will rest my case for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Murray. I appreciate you for that. I don't know who is going to contribute to this now because we are quite much.
I will go in. Let me. What Mr.
Brother,
Murray
sorry, before you come in, I want to conclude that the reason why I came up with this narrative is that, you know, it wasn't necessary. This story wasn't necessary. But we must not feel we're not doing something. We are getting somewhere. Things are changing at a supersonic rate. But we are not feeling it yet because we have been so bastardized for too long. Nobody should expect this thing to change overnight. But things are changing. Look at the new election. If it was possible, they were ready to kill everybody. Look at another election. But at the end of the day, they didn't have their way. People will continue to have their way. Thank you very much. We must not give up. In fact, the revolution has started. But we must keep it to a higher level. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, let me tell you that what Mr. Amori is saying, he's just hitting the nail. It shows that when you give, that's an opposition, you try to put on a show of force to them, like just as you are ready, you also are ready. You understand? Just as they say, just as God is, just that the devil is planning, so also God is planning. So it's a tit for tat game. I'll give you a clear example. Let us go to African countries now on these people that are actually putting on ground. You know, if you go to somewhere like in Uganda, the capital Kampala, you have a president who's called Yoweri Museveni. Museveni has been in power before the last presidential candidate was when he was 3 years old. Yes, since he has been in power. Bobby Wine was, everybody know Bobby Wine. That's his music name, but his real name is Robert Chagulani. Go and Google it. See, this is what our people need to see. Robert Chagulani was a musician, well known in Uganda, and his street name was Bobby Wine. He was singing, using the political thing to sing change. It never worked. What did he do? He said, well, we are going to go into politics. He went into politics. He rallied around the youth. He almost unseats Museveni. If case not thinking, he did it. We know what's happening. We're watching. These are what you call energy. Anytime he's going for campaign, you need to see the crowd. Most of you who watched the campaign that was happening in Uganda, you can tell the story. This was a young youth who was telling the youth, we need to act fast. Otherwise, our country is gone. And he is still now one of the most strongest in Uganda right now. And people are still buying for him, whether they like it or not. Because they know.
Even in Africa.
Exactly.
In Africa.
This is what also Malema did. When Malema was sent out, everybody know. They drove him and said, who know this one? He cannot do anything. He said, okay, how you are? He went back and take the youth. Look at who Undlozi that is with him. Undlozi is the next man to Mandela. Undlozi. Go and look at them. When they talk in parliament, somebody who drove him out of the political party, he was the person who is not who is facing him now. So he is not telling the person whether you like it or not, you are going there. Where is he now? He's when that is to tell you how determined.
And when they are coming to parliament, they don't wear coat. Most of people that know the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters, they are always in their rain boots. They will wear jalabia.
Red color.
They will come and tell you that I will not die. Whether you like it or not, you must implement that law. Even when DA Maimusi was talking to, he said, Maimusi, go and sit down. You that they already bought it, they gave you a cup of tea. And go and sit down. This is how you mustn't use, but you need to use ideas. Don't let them tell you you cannot do it. They are, look at Rwanda now. Paul Kagame is how old is Paul Kagame? How old is Paul Kagame? Then all of us here, this one will come. This is why I also say, let the women also come out. We need to still be telling the women, let them come out, because we cannot just be having men. Let the women come. Let us track this thing. This is all out. It's this. The federalism and the democracy we have belongs to everybody. It's not just subject to one particular species or one human race as well. No, it's for everybody. We do not care if the cat is black or white, as far as it can catch its mice. This is what it is. So people will start telling you, don't do it, you cannot hijack it, you have to hijack hijack what? What are you going to hijack? It's like telling a winch, you want to go and take winch and fight those top that are winch. When you go there, you're not still going to fly? Is it not the same thing you are going to follow? Is it not the same manifesto that is working there you are going to follow? So what are you going to go and hijack? All those things are past things. Somebody, one of my panelists say that the youth, even in all parts of the world, they are not participating. My brother, they are changing. Don't say that. Go and look at the polls. It's already swinging because the youth are not the one voting. You saw what happened in England when the youth came out and said we don't want this thing. Look at what happened recently now. Look at what happened see, everything, the ball is shifting. They know the only importance is to educate our youth. Let's put us together. Let us think in one voice and walk straight. Get that direction. Mandela and his co-ANC, they did that when they were in school. The ANC was created. The ANC was created that just in a small place. People will see that Nelson Mandela is the icon of the ANC. Who told you that? What about people like what's his name, Walter Sisulu and Oliver Tambo? These are great comrades that we are far more better than Nelson Mandela.
Steve Biko.
But because Mandela stood his ground, that was why you see Mandela became the icon of the ANC. So let's face the fact. And you must give not all this. That is why you must listen to. It's a follow who no road. There are many platforms today that are confusing the youth, moving there. You see, they say, Alpha, where you there? My leader. Eh? What kind of nonsense is that? In this 21st century? Are you joking? Man,
all right. We need to round up in 10 minutes.
Hello, sir. Let me add to what Mr. Ezra said about lady. I want to also use this opportunity to appeal to our women, our lady, to also stand to their feet. Those ones that go to church are going to be praying for husband. It's not that men are not really ready. It's the same bad governance. Let them stand on their toes. This is not time to pray. This is the time for action. They should also be on the street. Because at the end of the day, we are all losers, especially the women. Especially the women too. No husband, no spiritual problem. Oh. Now bad governance. Please, I'm begging you should join us in this fight. Thank you.
Mr. Rajawash.
Yes.
It's Brother Nice.
Brother Nice, I beg, talk to us. With the roundup now.
Yeah, I know. Now just a quick this time I just give. I say, person like you, self, with the kind trust where you don't build with people, self. If you come out, we go stand with you. And Brother Israel, if you be your vice, no, just carry on with this so that we'll start our own from here.
This is the way they Pluto. We don't want person where they Pluto for government.
so that more just start our own movement from this platform. Now we enter streets.
One may Mr. Moruyi or Akim. Akim don't even come up for yourself.
So
maybe Mr. Moruyi go because you understand politics passes.
For real, that is what I'm really trying to say. We need to take this thing serious, and we need to start from somewhere. You know, like if we feel from our political party now, we start to build down from grassroots. Before you know it, we will take over that country, and we need to stand tall. You understand? If really say we really occupy street, this cabal, they don't get choice. They go leave power for us. You know, remember Babangida must go. The kind of protest we do that time, but not be the same protest we see today. That Babangida must go. May get strength. Hungry, not they catch anybody. Money day. You know, may occupy streets. You know, so now the real truth with that. May youth come out. May they ginger themselves. May drive all these old men come up. May they enter us. May take our country back.
Mr. Murray, you want to talk to us? We need to round up, my people. Mr. Murray, go ahead, talk to us. Sir.
I listened to the last speaker, the last panelist. Yeah, it's not a question of looking for one person. No man is an island. We're all important in this journey, in this revolution we're embarking on. It's not a question of selecting one person and his vice or deputy. No. We have to do it all way around. Yeah, you from Edo? Let's start from our own area, before we talk of the national level. As we are telling Elvis to go, you'll be looking for somebody, a reliable person in your community that has a reputation, that has integrity, and support of the people. He might not be financially well off. You try to groom that person. So we need them as councillor, we need people as chairman, we need people as governor. Rome was not built in a day, like I said before. It's not a question of looking for one person. We might be interested. You see, Obaseki coming to Edo State has been destructive to the status quo. People might not see it, but in a few years to come, you will know. Whatever we are expecting a lot from Obaseki. We are not getting everything for now, but I can tell you, the career politicians are bleeding. They are not happy. Obaseki might not be behaving. The only thing we should even pray for, we should not allow power to go back to that old system. Old system, like the way they manage it as if it's a private estate. They see politics as their own thing that you cannot come in. That destructive system has started. We must not allow it to go back. So it's not a question of looking for one person. We should all be involved. All hands must be on deck. We must all encourage people from diaspora, because it's not even by age. It's not even by diaspora. Integrity of the person, you know, the person that has the interest of the people. Politics is about interest. But what our politicians believe by that slogan is their own selfish interest and personal aggrandizement. The interest we talk about here, personal interest will always be there, but it should come last. Service to the people, the people's interest, communal interest. How willing are you to contribute to the people? I know where you are working, you will be eating. That is what they call it workshop. You must be getting something, but not putting your own interest before the interest of the people. It's a fight for all of us. Like I said, the battle has started, the revolution has started. We must not go back. It started in Edo State. Anabra copy from us. You will see in the next election, a lot of things will change. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mori. I understand that some of you came late, but it's Christmas Eve. We don't want to be here all night. So, I'm hearing myself back. Yes, thank you very much, my people, because we have another broadcast we need to do again this evening.
Yeah, can I come in, sir?
Yes, Alex, okay, talk to us.
Can I come in, sir, please?
Yes. Go ahead, Alex.
Like I was saying, sorry I came late, guys. Yes, good evening to you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. For me, yes, I picked some clue from what the last guy just said. Looking at what Obaseki is doing just now, having provided vehicles and bikes. For me, I want to say, for me personally, I may be wrong. I stand to be corrected. This is a political scam because this is not the way to fight insecurity. When there is presidential election or governorship election, soldiers are deployed to Edo State or any state for safety. Since 2 years, people have been crying on our express road. A man was coming from America. While he was going back, he was killed and slaughtered in cold blood. Obaseki did not give. No, Obaseki did not give a statement on that. So for me, if he wanted to really fight insecurity before now, he would have activated his executive powers, called for help from the presidency, especially the president, who is the commander of the chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, to deploy some troops to the express road. How many soldiers will they deploy? That was what a Lagos state governor did, but he did it in a very wrong way. During the SARS protests, he used it to massacre the youth. But normally, there's a part of the constitution, I'm not a lawyer, that said that the governor has right to call for help when he has an overwhelming situation. So Obaseki is just playing with our games. He's doing it now, with our minds rather. He's doing it now because 2023 is around the corner. So me, I will not be fooled. I reject it. The former vehicles he gave to Vigilante, you will see some of their chairmen using it to pack bag of rice from the market. If their wives are going to market, they converted them to personal use. So the governor, when it comes to security of human lives vis-a-vis Fulani X-Men banditry, he developed a cold fit. He's just fit dragging. He does not want to do anything because of the killer machine in Abuja. He has his own, friendship, his own, bargain with them. Because I don't see why a sitting governor will not be touched. I don't know if he enjoys the killings of Edolites or people who are playing Edo State Road. I know it's a national problem. I know it's a nationwide problem, but many governors have been able to bring it to the barest minimum by doing their own part, using the executive powers, working with the judiciary, legislators, and so on and so forth, to make sure the state, the territorial boundaries of the state is safe, is protected. So now, because next year campaign will start, I'm seeing he's hurriedly tying some roads. Now he has come out a few projects just to bamboozle us again. Count me out of that bandwagon, because I heard allegedly he has already endorsed a presidential candidate in the person of Atiku. I have not confirmed it, but count me out. I will be the last person to support Obaseki on that. Right now, I will not be fooled. This is not the way to fight insecurity in our state. This is a scam. Everything he did there, all the money can come from one person in Abuja. We'll tell them, just go and fool them again, because campaign is very close. So for me, it's a scam. He doesn't mean well, but he's doing well in some places like paying salaries, which is his duty. So this is a scam. I reject it. This is not how to fight insecurity. Who is going to be in charge of those vehicles and those bikes? So for me, this is just a jamboree. It's like a comedy. The governor right now is acting like a comedian, because for me, this is not the way forward, because people have been killed, kidnapped, massacred. He did not even come out. I've seen a governor somewhere, not in Nigeria, something happened, a little boy died. He was crying. Our governor do not come out to even shed tears. These are human beings. These are citizens. So I'm not in that bandwagon of delusion. I cannot be deluded. I cannot be deceived. Yes, I may be a young man, but sorry, I'm very different. So until he put his feet on the ground and step on toes and make arrests, let people be prosecuted for crimes they've done. I will not join him on this one. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Brother Alex, the verse, don't be small. Anyway, it's a debate. That's why it's called debate. Okay. Anybody want to respond to Brother Alex right there before we round up? We have Akim back again. Akim, talk to us.
Yes, brother. I just want to quickly come in as well. Sorry, I went off earlier. I have some technical issues with my network. I just want to say, sometimes I understand when we are being I understand when we get emotional when we come to issues like this. It is it is within our rights at the end of the day, we are all citizens and we should demand for the best. But in my own opinion, I think a little bit of kind of understanding of where we are as a nation, I think it will it will go a long way when we start to make criticism. And I've never said any government is perfect, but I understand that our problem is more root-seated than what we think it is. I still believe that we have to restructure our country before we can begin to hold the right people accountable. As it stands right now, until that time, it is not my responsibility, it is this person's responsibility. It is not that person's responsibility, it is this person's responsibility. Let us get to a point whereby if we elect a governor, we have nothing to ask in Abuja. We ask Mr. Governor, where is our electricity? Mr. Governor, where is our water? Mr. Governor, why is this road not done? So that they don't keep giving us excuse to say, oh, this one is federal road. Oh, electricity is up to federal government. Security is up to federal government. Let us get to a point where we eradicate those excuses from them. One of the main reasons why the British people voted for Brexit, they said the government is using Europe as an excuse why they are failing. So they said, okay, we're going to come off the EU so that you guys don't have something to blame again. You cannot come back and tell us, say, the reason why we're not doing this is because of the EU, So they say, let's come out of it. So sometimes we have to understand that we need to take that excuse away from our leader. Because for me to judge any governor, I have to look at it in context, the way the nation is structured. That is how you criticize fairly. You cannot just say, this person has failed when you know that part of the structure that will allow him to do his job is not fully in his control. We understand that they do have powers, but how much power do they have? So for me, whatever the man is doing, my brother, is like trying to make the best out of a worst situation. It's like, you need to get to 100%, but because of the situation, you can only get to maybe 5 or 10%, and that's where we are. For me, I'm just being straightforward with the situation. I'm not trying to say one person is perfect. I'm just trying to say, look, when we want to go after them, let us go after the right structure. Say, listen, my brother, Mr. Evans, I told you that last time. I said, even if we elect Jesus Christ to run that country, anyway, men stoned him before anyway. Men stoned him before. So they crucified him before. So it won't be surprised me if it happens again. Even if we elect Jesus Christ as president and Muhammad as vice president, two of the so-called prophets and children of God, they will not be able to successfully run that country. That is because it has been structured to fail. And the people will have to hold responsible. People like
what's the solution? What's the solution? If the country is structured to fail, what's the solution?
We have to listen. Let us forget about the executive for now. Let us hold the National Assembly. My brother, if we want to protest, let's organize a protest against the National Assembly. They have the power to fix that country. They have the powers to fix that country. My brother, we should not be calling somebody in Abuja to come and fix Sapele Road. It's not right. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. If you don't have electricity, you have to say it's Buhari's fault. Why are you elect somebody who is close to you? That is the person you should be able to hold responsible. Okay, for me, until we get to that point, I'll find it difficult to criticize any governor. I won't lie to you, to criticize any governor in the way some people do. I'll find it difficult because the system is not structured for people to work properly in Nigeria. There's a lot of things that is taken away from them. The governor Obaseki had to go and stand in Sapele Road for them to come out before they start to work. It doesn't, come on, man. Look, let's bring people into power. Say, my Oga, listen, 4 years time, if we don't get electricity, you are out. Don't tell us it's federal government. We have nothing to do with federal. 4 years time, if we don't have electricity in Edo State, you are gone. It's simple as that.
Israel, handle this 1 minute, okay? You guys just talk.
Yes, Akim is right. Akim is absolutely right. Why? Because we are talking about I think most of people in Edo State actually don't know who represent them. Everything is just the governor. We know that governors have their own functions. They have representatives that have their own function. We have local government, we have councillors, we have chairmen as well. They are there. They don't even know their function. Some of them, they are just there. You see them just walking like this. Like, seriously? Like, wherever you live in all parts of the world, have you ever seen something like this? Do you even know the person representing your constituency here? You don't even know him. Even if you see him in the queue, sometimes are you the one representing us? Not you. That's how you look at them, because to them, they are having the same role, just hanging around with you. That is how it's supposed to be. But before you see somebody, even common chairman, the way they go, they blow siren follow, and you would think like, hey, now wow, chairman. So even councillor, they will be blowing siren. Who is moving? You think maybe it's the governor that is moving. He's no governor. It's just siren. And you still have most of all these our people is we are so religious thing. I believe God to the core. Do you understand? But if you look at it, let us tell you one thing, Nigerians. The country everybody lives today, you went to live there. How many times have you seen them? They will just go to church. Hey, rabba, oh yeah, they pray. Since 1982 or thereabout, you have been casting and bounding the bad witches and wizards. They are still running after you in 2021. Then you got to say, who is these people running after? These are the problem. Until we continue to take this thing out, stop deceiving all these people, changing the narrative. You bring something, they say that, we want to. If you talk to them, hey, don't talk to this one. Somebody is coming out just today. Look at the youth, happy. Hey! He put money, line it up. Indomie this way. The other one, they put camera. Hey, I want to give everybody's lining up. Like, seriously? Where do you have those kind of things where you live? Then you ask yourself, are these people adding? Yes, they are adding more to the problem. They are adding more because you will see because they already have a bad name to their own. They want to clean it. They start bringing everybody, say, hey, you see, and I know they do good though. This is how the society got lost. You blame the government, you blame this one because it's the way. You cannot have somebody like that showcasing money like that. You try it in every country. You see the authority coming to say, how come? What are you doing? You are talking about currency here. I don't know if you understand. Then somebody will just put it, hey, come and say it. If you want to do donation, no, you don't need to be calling the press. Do it and let everybody rest. We are carried away. Government will do their own. They will come out. Everybody will. How many times have you seen when they are doing your road, your constituency, you see them putting their banner? We want to tie this road. They want to come and commission. How many times have you seen people commissioning roads here? This is the thing. It's just how they deceive you. They want to give you 3 cars. Everybody will come and line up. They will bring this thing. The National Assembly, like what Akin said, they should be able to give you light. Elect them. They should be giving you light. Tell them. Why did you elect them for? That is why you asked me that question. Nigeria was asking me that question. I said I laughed. The National Assembly, what are they doing there? That is the thing. For you to get anything done in where you live in the United Kingdom, who does it? Is this the Parliament? If the Parliament decide, it becomes a B first. You see them deciding. This one agree. They will vote. They have a 2/3 majority. And if it passes the House, it becomes a law. So if you say, let us bring light in this place, Parliament will sit. They will decide on it. Our own. How many senators do we have? How many senators? We have, I think we have 109 senators. Then the House of Representatives, how many members do we have? 360. Then you are still telling me that nothing.
Mr. Israel.
Come
Mr.
on.
Israel, sorry. Yes.
Then let us know. Yes, Mr.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, a couple of months ago, there was a winter, a snow in Texas, right? And then they had an issue with their electricity, and they had like a huge vast of Texas had power cut. They didn't have power. Nobody called Joe Biden. Everybody attention was the state governor of Texas, Greg Abbott. The heat was on him. He had to come out and defend the government policies as to why they did not have a proper implementation in place to make sure that thing did not happen. Nobody go to Washington to say, Joe Biden, why is there no power in Washington, in Texas? Everybody, this is why I keep telling us, my brother, our problem is that we have a system that is skewed against us. Look, if Mr. Niger Wash, look, let me explain. You see Edo State as it stands right now. If you change the law tomorrow, in 6 months' time, Edo State will have 24 hours power. No doubt, because if you look at Edo State as we speak, you have Azura Power and you have Oshomo Power. Between those two companies, they can give Edo State 24 hours electricity. But the problem, constitutionally, Azura Power have to put that electricity into the national grid. Then they will not transfer it to Zamfara. They will transfer it to Kaduna. They will transfer it to. It doesn't make, my brother, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't look. This what I'm telling you guys is just common sense. If it's in Edo, let it be for Edo people and the Edo people only. You in Zamfara, go and look for your own company. Go and bring investors to come and build your own power plant. It is common sense, my brother. But what they've done, they've skewed it. They've skewed it in favor of some people, so that those people who are very lazy, those people who want to implement Sharia law, those people who don't want to move forward, they just want to drag everybody down with them. The system have to change. The system must change. If you cannot say Edo State government haven't done, because they were able to attract companies like Azura to Edo State, they were able to attract companies like Oshomo to Edo State. So if the system was right, those power that those companies generate should be given to Edo people. That's all.
All right, my people, anybody want to contribute right now? I can see we have someone who just joined us. We have Brother Anais here. We have Alex here. Alex, talk to us. Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah. Mr. Njawash, can I come in, sir?
Yes, I just told you that. Go ahead.
Yeah, can I come in, sir, Mr. Njawash?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I want to continue from where the last speakers. Yeah, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, he was right about what he said. It's a system problem. Israel has been hammering on this forever. But my own concern is this: in every system, there are people who stand up to the corruptness of the system. Even in every right system, you find some corrupt people trying to challenge the rightness of a system. So in this case, out of the 36 governors, nobody with a sound patriotic ideology to challenge the status quo of Abuja killer machine or Abuja borrow money machine of the federal government. But that's all I see in this administration. No governor dare stand to say what is going on. One time about dangerous. So since then, nobody has been able to challenge the status quo. Must they all flow with the trend? Must they all go with the flow? Are they not all individual human beings? If there is no gang up against the entire nation, parliament for the common good of the South Africans or the black race. So there's no governor with an activistic mindset. No, not one. Except it has to do with VAT allocation. So if the system has been orchestrated against the citizenry, that there must be somebody who can challenge the system. That's the point. It starts from there. But nobody wants to challenge the system. Everybody is afraid because they want to be appointed as senators, ministers. They don't want EFCC to be used against them after their tenure expires. This is also part of the problem. because the governors are closer to the people. The governors are like president of the nation in their own states. So the governors are like in the bandwagon of the deception. The 1999 constitution is the #1 problem of the system. But if the system must start, if the system must stop, rather, if there's going to be a new system, there has to be somebody with a philosophy of how things ought to be against how things are. But all our governors are just running around with big tummy, going to Abuja for one thing or the other. Apart from Wike, sometimes when it has to do with River State, he's very vocal. So for me, there is a gang up of this elite, so-called elite in politics. So the young people have to saddle themselves with the responsibility to rescue this nation from the shackles of these men, these old men and their friends, the past presidents, the present governors, the senators, all of them. There's a gang up. Nobody is challenging them. No one. In some countries, you hear that 3 governors are against the federal government. Why? Because of electricity. 3 governors are saying we want light in this country, or we are going to shut down, or we're going to carry out something that will, like a civil disobedience. Or you hear that 17 senators from social place are saying, okay, there must be a way of governing the country in a way that we are transparent and accountable. But they are all for their own interests. So the battle now lies for us, the young people, to stop calling these people is a chair. To stop, fooling ourselves, collecting money, buying vote, and if we must change this system, it's we that's going to capture it from them. They will not just sit down and call you and say, come and take it. So the governors are dancing, even if they are doing small projects. When it comes to setting sensitive things like electricity, security, you see all of them going back to their shares. Why? They don't want to offend the killer machine in Abuja, because pretty soon they're expecting allocations. Pretty soon EFCC may come after them. Pretty soon they will have to come to be senators or something. This is a total, it's a mixed feeling. So we have a job to do. 2023 is around the corner. We should look for sound minds, not old people. Thank you.
Alex, Mr. Alex, let me tell you one thing. Let me just quickly chip in this before something comes. You have been hammering on that. Let me tell you, the only solution is Nigerian politics, Nigerian system gives way for what is called bipartisan. Okay. Now, in the United States, you have the two. You have to have the Republican and the Democrat. So, if a Democrat supports a bill and the Republicans are in governance, right? And the Democrat sees that this thing is going to help, it's going to help the citizen. He can even vote against his own party and go there. McCain did it during the time that Trump wanted to eradicate Obamacare. He saw the dividends that what that bill is going, even if you strike that bill, is going to cause main harm. What did he do? He went there and he put his thumbs down and he voted against his party. The problem we have is I've said it the other time, we have 109 senators, right? We have 360 House of Representatives. Now, this is the point. If you elect, let's say 80-something% of the senators, and the remaining are is the APC, and the remaining are PDP. Okay, they are already having a majority there. And the House of Representatives, and they clear all the seats. The House of Representatives is already there. Now, if the bill passes through the Senate, is heading towards what? The House of Representatives. And all the House of Representatives, they are all in one political party. And they agree, it's our party, let us do it. That bill is going to work. So you see that they're still in balance. What we need to do is to educate our people. When putting people there, put in the right resources so that they carry your affairs to that place. Because if you have...
Yeah, I agree with you. Mr. Israel. I agree with you.
Because the problem is...
Can we round up now? Can we round up? It's 3 hours, okay?
I told you today, this one is not a small one.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm done. It's okay.
Hello.
I agree, totally.
People,
Hello.
appreciate you all. Although we are on another broadcast right now, you can join on that one because we have 2 broadcasts going on. So let me just put that one link there where Comrade Stanley Osaze is sending the message directly to Abat Obaze. So I think if you want, depend on the one that you want to join, but I've put the link on the comment section. Click on it to join as I end this one right now. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I want to thank all.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody, man. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Alex. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Israel. Merry Christmas to Engineer Ken. Merry Christmas to Mr. Moruyi. Merry Christmas to lefties, both all the 3 lefties or 4 lefties. Merry Christmas to Niger Wash, and Merry Christmas to all our viewers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my people. Thank you, my people. I want to appreciate you all. Somebody needs to mute himself. Let me see. Who is this? Why am I hearing myself? Somebody needs to mute himself. It's Mr. Mori. Always. It's always Mr. Mori. All right, my people, I want to appreciate all Nigeria's family. Thank you very much for this beautiful year. You guys have been so wonderful. To be honest, if somebody doesn't have the kind of backbone that I have, it cannot succeed. And you guys are my backbone. I appreciate you all. We all have been managing ourselves together. Like I've always said on this platform, one person cannot do it alone. That's why it's called Nigeria's family, where all opinions are welcome. Yes, I talk, you have right to oppose it. While you talk, I have right to oppose it. I want to say thank you. Merry Christmas to you all. In fact, I can't wait to end this broadcast, end the other one. Man, no side don't relax. Because my Christmas Eve, now you're the spoil so. Especially Israel. See, they laugh for there. Now he carry us go reach 3 hours.
Wait, you want to go shoot knockout?
You don't see say that they shoot knockout for my area.
You don't vote for that one. You don't vote for that one, Mr. Dajawu.
All right, leftist, are you still there with us?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right, we are rounding up now. 1 minute, please. Let's just say something and let's move on.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. One, especially, I think Nigerians have to gain knowledge. We need more of education on how to hold our leaders accountable. And for the elected position, Nigerians should advocate to make the offices less attractive so that men of integrity can go in and serve. The office will make less attractive. Their salary, especially allowances, must be cut down. But in all, education of the mind of the people, they are able to advocate and hold their various representatives to be accountable to them is what really matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, lefties. Thank you very much for that beautiful contribution.
I wish you guys Merry Christmas. It's a very good way to end the year.
All right.
And thank you for the contribution to humanity. Thank you for standing for the voiceless over the year. Thank you, everybody, for your contribution one way or the other to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. So I'm very happy to be part of this platform.
Mr. Moruyi, please.
And I wish you guys Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I hope the governor is listening. I wish the governor also a Happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year in advance. You should try and do the right thing. You should try to challenge the killer machine in Abuja.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. All right, Mr. Moruyi, you need to unmute. You need to mute whatever gadget you're using to watch us right there. You see, whenever I unmute you, there's noise in your area. Mr. Moruyi, I'm sorry you cannot contribute. Because if I unmute you, there are noise. I'm hearing myself back. You see? We can't do this. You need to go and come back. Anyway, we are rounding up now. Thank you very much, my good people. Like I said before, you can join the other broadcast because I'm there. I'm the one monitoring that broadcast. The link is just at the comment section. Click on it and join me here. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Christmas, you guys. And for those that I'm coming to the house to have fun, to eat better Christmas food, I will be there tomorrow. Thank you very much, my people. Once again, God bless you all. I'll see you guys on our debate next week. But meanwhile, let's do this together. Bye and bye and bye for now, my Naija Watch family.